right down to the wire when the Orlando Predators and Arizona Rattlers teeing up. Last year, the Rattlers prevailed by 1 when Charlie Bauman's extra point went wide. Rookie head coach Jay Gruden heads into the second half of his first year as the Predators' top man, hoping to jumpstart his team against the defending Arena Bowl champions. And he hopes that perennial All-Pro Barry Wagner gets back on track after a very un-Wagner-like game against the Tampa Bay Storm last Friday. And for the Predators' offense to click, Pat O'Hara has got to find the touch that tossed a record 8 touchdown passes versus the Milwaukee Mustangs back in Week 2. And oh yeah, the defense has to stop the hottest player in the league, Calvin Shakes Scheckschneider. It's the biggest and best coast-to-coast rivalry in arena football. It's the Orlando Predators and the Arizona Rattlers, and you've got it live on Sunshine Network. Snake Pit, and tonight every seat has been sold as the Arizona Rattlers host the Orlando Predators in another edition of the 50-yard indoor war. These two teams have been perennial contenders for Arena Bowl titles. This year, the Orlando Predators come in with a 4-3 record. They trail the front-running Tampa Bay Storm in the Southern Division by 2 full games. In the Western Division, it's been all Arizona with a nearly spotless 6-1 record, one of just 3 teams in the league with that identical mark. This is Gene Deckerhoff along with head coach Fran Kersey inviting you to come along for another rock'em sock'em edition of Arena Football. The Snake Pit is what it's called, and this place can get loud and rowdy, Fran.
It's going to get loud and rowdy tonight because, more importantly, it's got to be loud for Orlando. They've got to win this game, and they've got to really work hard to do it.
Well, the Orlando Predators sort of stubbed their toe in the last 3 ball games, winning 1 of those 3 ball games and playing a lot of games in a row. Now they come west, and this is the longest road trip of the year.
And, you know, they've really got to win this game, and they've got to play hard in the 4th quarter. They find a way to make too many mistakes. They're laying the ball on the ground. They're throwing interceptions. In the 4th quarter, they can't find a way to win it.
Now, these 2 teams are part of the old guard of the Arena Football League. They've been around for a long time, since 91 and 92. And look at the way these 2 teams have improved.
And these 2 teams here, Arizona came into this league, and I was in the league at the time. They really struggled. And now, all of a sudden, Arizona beats Orlando the last 5 times they've played them. And winning 30 of their last 36 games has got to be head coach Danny White, a very happy head coach. The Arizona Rattlers have the Orlando Predators right where they want them, right here in the Snake Pit tonight, where their home field advantage is almost unbeatable. Coming up, we're going to hear from head coach Jay Gruden and tell you a little bit more about the key matchups in tonight's Predators versus Rattlers. Don't go away. Orlando Predators Arena Football is brought to you in part by the new Dodge, by First Union National Bank, by Health South, and by Dr. Winters Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Well, the South loves trucks, that's all there is to it. For work or play, just get out and do it. The new Dodge. Let's make it rough, make it tough, make it tight, make it right, make it slow, Southern style. Make it ram and Dakota by a country mile. The new Dodge. The truck stop of the new Dodge.
I have no fear. The biggest linebacker, the fastest corner can touch him. Being zone, I owned it. I never saw it coming. I'll never forget the North, and I'll never forget the pain. My future was at stake. I wanted the best. Health South, surgery, rehab, and hours of hard work. But now I'm back, ready to rock your world. Give me the ball.
In my neighborhood, just about everybody gets their auto parts right here at Discount Auto Parts. There's lots of reasons for that. The prices are great. The people are parts pros. We have thousands of hard parts guaranteed for life. But I'm missing those great prices. The parts pros know me, and they know what I need to get the job done right. Smart people, and they're right down the block. You worked on cars? Go with the pros you know.
Go with the pros you know. At Discount
might think this start could cause serious engine damage. But surprisingly, this cold engine start could cause more damage. That's why Exxon Superflow motor oil races to protect vital engine parts right from the start, when significant engine damage can occur. For these racing teams, there is only one winning formula. Exxon Superflow. For protection that's fast. Protection that lasts.
Welcome back to the Stake Pit, Phoenix, Arizona, where tonight's matchup has the Orlando Predators against the Arizona Rattlers, the defending Arena Bowl champions. Now, both of these teams feature outstanding offenses, and the offense of the Rattlers is directed by a quarterback that is almost Mr. Houdini in this league.
Cedric Bonner is really a great quarterback. He's the heart and soul of this team, and he's the reason why they're doing so well. He doesn't throw interceptions. He's a real high percentage completion. In fact, Gene, he's completed 70% of his passes the last 4 games. He's only thrown 2 interceptions. And you know what? You can't get to him. He hasn't been sacked in 26 games.
Yeah, you got to go all the way back to 1996, the last time somebody in the Arena Football League sacked Cedric Bonner. He's the hottest quarterback in the Arena Football League right now. Now, the Orlando Predators have a quarterback that was red hot early, but all of a sudden has started to not find the receivers and also having a little bit of trouble getting that offense to click. And Pat O'Hara is a great quarterback. He was the MVP of the league back in week 2. He needs to show his stuff again tonight.
Well, he's really having a hard time with his line. They're not giving him the kind of protection he needs. But even at that, you still got to be able to get rid of the ball quickly. His percentage has really gone down. His interceptions have gone up. And I think it's a combination of guys running bad routes, plus the fact the line's got to give him that little bit extra time to make their plays.
So it's Bonner versus O'Hara calling the signals tonight in the Stake Pit. This is the halfway point of the season, Fran. The first year of head coach Jay Gruden's experience as the top man in the Predators organization. He is at a crossroads this evening, and before we started tonight's ball game, we had a chance to visit with the head coach and ask him, is this the crossroads game of your first year as a head coach?
Yeah, it is. You know, we're optimistic about the second half, but we understand that we have to get a lot better in a lot of areas. We have to play a lot smarter than we played and a lot more aggressive. So hopefully the second half will show that we're one of the elite teams in the league.
Jay Gruden knows what it takes to win in this league. He played for 6 years with the old Storm team, and he's in Arizona tonight to pick up a Predator win. Coming up, the opening kickoff of tonight's showdown in the Stake Pit.
Get ready to pack your bags for the Sprint International Golf Getaway. Sprint and Sunshine Network want to send you and a friend to Colorado to see some of the world's top golfers compete at the prestigious Castle Pines Golf Club. To enter, send us a 3x5 card with your name, address, phone number, and date of birth, or register online at sunshinenetwork.com and receive a special offer on a high-quality Sprint 900 megahertz cordless phone. The Sprint International Golf Getaway, brought to you by Sunshine Network and Sprint, where it all comes together. It's college football action as the Florida Gators take control of the gridiron and chop up their competition. Southern Miss tackles Florida Sunday morning at 9 on Sunshine. They've got speed, hustle, and down and dirty grit. These women mean business, and they're hungry for a win. Durham takes the field against Orlando, Monday at 9 on Sunshine.
We are at the Stake Pit in Phoenix, Arizona, and tonight's Arena Football League game between the Arizona Rattlers and the Orlando Predators is underway. The kickoff is brought to you by the new Dodge. And Barry Wagner got a pretty good return out to the 20-yard line. The Arizona Rattlers won the toss, deferred to the second half, and we are underway in the Snake Pit. This place is up for grabs tonight, Frank Kersey.
Well,
it is the loudest arena I have ever been in.
It sure is. It's kind of fun to see a full arena, though. And we have gone to some arenas that have not been this full. This is fun. This is going to be a great, exciting game. And what a great start by starting on the 20-yard line.
Well, the Orlando Predators and Pat O'Hara are going to try to figure out a way to beat the defending world champion Arizona Rattlers. And doing that has been tough. Their record over the last 2+ seasons, a remarkable 30 wins and only 6 losses. And what a marvelous run the Rattlers had last year in their run for the Roses of the Arena Bowl title. Ready to go to work, Pat O'Hara. And the Predators moving left. And the snap with O'Hara will throw. On the first play from scrimmage, he finds Brett Cooper upfield at the 19-yard line, and he's got a gain of 12, maybe 13 yards. And a good start for Pat O'Hara. Let's look at that Predator offense. Rick Hamilton is the set back, the running back. Barry Wagner, Robert Gordon, Brett Cooper, the wide receivers. Up front, it's Drake Ingram and Burnett. And the starting quarterback, Pat O'Hara, out of Southern Cal. When he was introduced to the crowd here in the Snake Pit, they gave him a Bronx cheer. They remember him from his Southern Cal days. Of course, Arizona State located in Tempe in the Phoenix area. First down, Predator. From the 19, O'Hara, quick slant pass to Wagner, and he can't hang on. Last week, Wagner had a very uncharacteristic performance, catching just 2 for 12 and not being kept out of the end zone. Should have caught that pass, perhaps. Let's look at the Arizona Rattler defense. Flynn Fleming, a former Predator for a couple of seasons. Anchors the line. Darren Kinney, Ralph Jarvis, a brand new Rattler. The defensive backs, Hunky Cooper, Terry Samuels, the linebackers. And you saw the others. They got a good one in Cecil Doggett, who plays safety. Second down and 10. Line of scrimmage still the 19. Yo-yo motion by Gordon. Quick pass out to Brett Cooper. He'll be nailed at the line of scrimmage. May have gotten the yard. It's Foreman Rattlers. I'll tell you what, 5 Rattlers just kept going after Brett Cooper.
Before the game, I was talking to the Orlando coaches, and they were telling me that this Rattler team has had a lot of injuries, and they're all coming back. This team now is at full strength, and Danny White, you know, he's made some changes. He's gotten rid of some people that were somewhat of a surprise, and now they have really got themselves a full-strength team, and they're not about to give up easily, you know. It's going to be a battle down to the end. Orlando's going to have to play their best game tonight to have a chance.
Jay Gruden had a long talk with Pat O'Hara. Big third down conversion now. Third down and 10. No gain on that last catch by Cooper. Here's the snap. And O'Hara has time. Throws the deep pass that overthrows Barry Wagner. And the Predators will bring on rookie kicker David Kuhl. Let's see if they can have success. It is nothing, just underway, and the defense looking for a stop on that first series. And right now they got to stop.
Yep.
Let's see if Kuhl can kick one.
As you can see, though, the timing just isn't there. O'Hara's ball was just going a little over the head of Wagner, whether he's running the right route or whatever it is. The timing right now just isn't there, and it's so uncharacteristic of both these players.
40-yard field goal attempt. Good snap. The hole by Connell Maynard. The kick by Kuhl is good. And the Orlando Predators score on the opening drive. They wanted 7, will settle for 3. And for a rookie out of Georgia Southern, David Kuhl is cool as a cucumber in a red-hot Phoenix. It is 3-0 Orlando. Good start for Jay Gruden's Predators. And we'll be right back.
What if everything that made Florida, Florida, just left? No explanation, no warning. One day you just woke up and they went there. That's just not going to happen at First Union. We've been helping the people of Florida grow their financial futures for a long time now. And we're going to stick around to make sure you keep growing. Besides, why would anyone want to leave Florida?
Another Nokia discovery. If technology is difficult to learn or program, most people won't. It's why at Nokia we make wireless phones that are easy to understand and operate with one-button scrolling and simple directions. Nokia. Connecting people.
Visit any authorized Bell South Mobility location.
Well, the Orlando Predators used 2 minutes and 58 seconds of the first quarter clock to get a 40-yard field goal for that young man right there, David Cool. And he put it right between the uprights, and it's 3-0. Orlando leads the defending world champion, Arizona Rattlers. Good start, friend.
It's got to be a good start, and they got to feel good about that. Now, you got to get the ball into the net. That's what you got to do. Right there, irons even better.
Cooper fumbles the football. It's up for grabs and loose. And the Orlando Predators have recovered the loose football. Great play by Rick Hamilton. And Hunky Cooper, one of the all-time great returners, makes a huge mistake early.
But that's why Mr. Cool is out there to get the ball into the net. Now, watch how it hits the metal right there. It hits the metal, starts bouncing around. That's how important it is for the kicker to get the ball into the nets or into the metal. Right there. See it off the metal. Now it changes everything. It changes the fall of the ball. It just changes everything, and there comes the big hit.
And what a stick by Brett Cooper. And the Predators have a golden opportunity. First and goal from the 3. O'Hara, toss pitch to Hamilton. He is close to the goal line. Short by a step or 2. And the Orlando Predators, first of the running game almost all season, say, hey, we're going to power our way in. Make them pay for the mistake and do it the old-fashioned way.
O'Hara pitches the ball right here, and here he turns upfield. And I mean, he's going for that goal, and he gets turned right here. He gets turned around there, and that makes it hard to get. But anyway, they're moving the ball, and there was a time when they would set Wagner in short motion and hand the ball off to him on a lead play, and that's not a bad idea.
Well, the newest Arizona Rattler, Jason Mahopek, out of Boston College, a 6'2", 240-pound linebacker.
Nailed him.
Stopped him short of the goal line by inches. Second down and goal. O'Hara with Hamilton behind him. Hands the ball off and fumbles the football. Arizona has recovered.
See, that has been the problem. Turnovers have been devastating to the Predators. There was movement back there to begin with. The ball never really gets into his thumb. He grabs too soon. It's just been that kind of a situation. It just kills your momentum.
Well, the fumble at the 1-yard line. And Jason Mahopek from Boston College recovers for the defending champions.
And he's the guy that made the big tackle to prevent the fullback from getting in for a score.
Well, it's 3-0. Orlando had a golden opportunity to take a big lead over an explosive team. You've got to score a lot of points to beat Cedric Bonner of the Rattlers. First play from scrimmage, Bonner. And as he pulled the trigger, his arm was hit by Kelvin Ingram. And that had nothing on it. It's incomplete by a mile. And for the first pass of the game, Cedric Bonner takes a pretty good pounding from the Predator defensive line.
Remember, Gene, this guy hasn't been sacked in 26 games, okay? So what happens on a first play? The Preds bust through and get to him. He gets rid of the ball. That's got to be a telling sign for Bonner. We're coming after you tonight.
Well, Jay Gruden cannot be happy with a miscue right down on the goal line. That should have been 7 points. The defense now trying to put out the fire, and Bonner from his own end zone throws deep in behind. Snyder. There's a flag thrown, and in the end zone, Cedric Bonner feels like he may have been hit late. There are 2 hankies on the field, and let's see what R.G. DeTillier is going to say. An illegal defense, I think, is going to be the call on the Orlando Predators.
And motion on the offense. So it's going to be a
illegal motion, offense, penalty refused.
It wasn't
3rd down.
The illegal defense. It was a motion penalty on the offense.
Watch the backfield here. We'll see the backfield move. Ever so. See right there.
Yeah, Jason Mahopek, we told you, brand spanking new, came in this week because of just a horrible run of luck for the offensive fullback linebacker. And Mahopek knew it. He moved before the ball was snapped. You see the offense of the Rattlers. Hunky Cooper, Shake Scheckschneider, outstanding players. 3rd down and 10, the pass overthrow. And so Bonner can't find the range. The hottest quarterback in the Arena Football League, completing 73% of his passes coming into tonight's game over the last 4. Misfires on 3 in a row from his own end zone. And it's 3 and out. Time for the long, long field goal.
This is a great opportunity for the Preds. Because it's so backed up, your team has to block and stay there. So Wagner should get the ball back to almost midfield.
A 63-yard field goal from his own end zone. You have to kick the football, and he's got a long leg. Kyle Pooler gives it a long ride. It's off the screen. Fielded by Barry Wagner to the 15, to the 20-yard line. And Wagner tripped up by a hand, or he had the seam was motoring. Well, the Barry Wagner return out to the 20-yard line, the 21 it is, and so the Orlando Predators will have outstanding field position, pretty good field position, but not as good as they had the last time when they had a first and goal from the 3-yard line.
You just can't miss opportunities like that. When you get a chance to jump ahead of the chance 10 points and force them to maybe change their game plan, boy, you just can't pass those opportunities up.
But Fran, if you're looking for a positive, 2 possessions by the Rattlers, no points on the board. First down, Pat O'Hara and the Orlando Predators in white jersey. Toss pitch to the right side. Rick Hamilton behind the blocker. Powers his way over midfield, and he's cut down at the 20-yard line. They may give him progress to the 19. We needed that run on last possession. We've got 7 more on the board. Big, powerful run by Rick Hamilton on a UCF.
Well, they run this play twice. Simple pitch. Well, look at the blocking here. Right there is a throws a pass. It was a terrific blocking scheme.
Well, Carnell Spain, who played primarily defense at Florida State, boy, he's a bulldozer leading the way, isn't he? A rookie. 6'2", 285, big carry. 19 yards. It's first and 10 O'Hara. Play action. Dumps the ball off. Caught by the tight end.
Drake.
Eric Drake slipped in there as the tight end. He normally plays the guard position. In that play, had Arizona completely fooled, and O'Hara sold it absolutely perfectly. He waited for the rush to get in and really sold out.
Well, this is the arena football's answer to the screen pass. They let the guys come in and throw the ball. What a great catch by Eric Drake. And he puts the ball in good position for second and short.
Big Eric wants to be a tight end, doesn't he? It is second down and about 3. Line of scrimmage is the 12. Hand off this time. Right, left side, blocker to the 5, and he's off the board. Inside the 5 and the 3. Barry Wagner, who scored a rushing touchdown last week against the Tampa Bay Storm, shows he can run left as well as right.
See, that's, I think, the play they should have run. Remember, before we talked about him running in motion, give the ball off to Wagner. When you get close to the goal line, he's used to doing that. He does it exceptionally well. Watch him right here turn up. Here's where he accelerates with the ball. And Buddy, when he runs in there, he's a loaded tackle.
He has scored 73 rushing touchdowns. Let's see if Wagner's number is called here. From the 4, it's first and goal. Cross pitch to Hamilton. Runs to the right. The big guy is knocked down for about a yard loss. Down just inside the 5. And so again, the sweep play going to the right with Hamilton. And then Barry Wagner trying to break off the weak side and run it back to the left. Let's see if they call that number again.
It's amazing. I think they've run the ball more than they've thrown the ball in these possessions. But again, you get down here and, you know, it's a form of second guessing. But I sure like to put that ball into Wagner's hands every chance you get.
Second down and goal from just inside the 5. We have 5:49 to go in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Orlando against the defending world champion. In motion, Wagner. Here's the snap. O'Hara throws the defending flag throw. And Wagner wanted a flag as he thought he may have been grabbed as he crossed the end zone going for that pass play.
And I think he's going to get it.
Now the Orlando Predators, Bruce Lassane clapping his hand. It's going to be defensive holding. R.G. Detillier is the referee and his crew. They spotted something in the end zone. Wagner was the intended receiver.
Well,
half the distance to the goal line. Here it should be a first down.
Here's where it will be a first down. Here's where I think they are going to have to look here at the right side over here, and you'll see them grab right there. It's 82 being tackled almost.
Jersey grabbed as well. The back judge saw it. It happened right in front of him. First and goal from 2 yards away. O'Hara drops, looks left, throws left, caught, no, drop was there. Had it in his hands and couldn't hang on.
You remember him, the fast forward. Now, he never would drop passes like that, and also he's been the big play guy in this league.
Tim Watson, a rookie defensive specialist out of Howard, just knocked it away from him. Thought Bruce Lassane had that one in his hands, and he probably did too. Incomplete pass, second down and goal. How many chances are the Rattlers going to give the Predators? Second down and goal.
Here we go.
In motion, Wagner, he'll get the call. Makes his cut right to the 1. He's short of the goal line by a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Nice bit of play faking. The pitch to Hamilton and a handoff to Wagner cutting underneath. And the Rattlers stopping short of the goal line.
Higher running here, and they don't make a block. Right at the point of attack, you have to make a block there.
Well, Webby Burnett, the center, was pulling, and Eric Drake, I beg your pardon, Connell Spain was leading on the sweep, but just couldn't get it in. It is third and goal, and Hamilton's denied the end zone. It will be fourth down and goal. And decision time for Jay Gruden. It's almost an automatic field goal. But are you going to keep the offense in there and go for it? What happened on this play?
They got to go for it. They know they got to get points on the board. And this is one of those things that if the defense wins, boy, does it ever get your defense sky high for your team. This is a big play.
Well, Jay has made the decision. Gruden says go for it. And the Orlando Predators have been here already tonight and denied. It's fourth down and goal. O'Hara sends Wagner in motion. The snap. O'Hara drops. Look, goes. It is caught. Caught. And a penalty flag thrown, and let's see if Wagner's catch is ruled a touchdown.
Might be
Well, R.G. DeTillier is going to bring his entire crew in here. And to be honest with you, from where we are, it's tough to see if Wagner made that catch or not. He came right under the dasher boards below us, and now DeTillier is grabbing all of his officials and getting them out of a huddle of players and guys. And
Gene, I think what happened here is I think the touchdown was made before the penalty occurred because the flag came way after the touchdown was caught. So let's see if it's holding afterwards and how they rule it.
But then not an official that I saw raised his arms and said that's a touchdown. R.G. DeTillier, the referee, is going to tell us exactly.
Yeah, I think the touchdown occurred first and then the penalty came afterwards. So let's see how they call it.
DeTillier's hanky, he just picked it up and put it in his belt buckle. So he threw one of those flags. And again, a huddle up. They got almost a full house in that officials huddle. 3-0 score. We're in the first quarter with 3:16 to go. And Danny White's team has been blank so far. This Rattler team has struck off with it early. And they score in bunches. 28 points against San Jose 2 weeks ago. They scored in one quarter. And Danny White is curious as we are. What is the call, ref?
The play. There is no flag on the play.
That will not be greeted with a kind response in the snake pit.
Gene, I'll
the
tell you
2-yard touchdown pass makes it 9-0.
You'll see here if we can see it. The touchdown happened, and this man back in the back of the official will throw the flag after the touchdown. So what he's saying is once the touchdown occurs, the play is dead. So therefore, the holding after the touchdown is inconsequential.
Well, the Predators have had the football three times and have scored on 2 possessions. The placement is no good. And the score remains 9-0. David Kuhl pushes it wide to the right. And late in the first quarter, so far so good for the visitors from Orlando. It is Orlando Predators 9, Arizona Rattlers nothing. We'll be back.
It's the perfect landing. It's a special holiday. It's friendly blue waiting there for you. It's traveling your way. And best of all, it's pretty. Ooh, you'll be so satisfied. Best of all, it's pretty. Renting cars is wide worldwide.
Friday, July 10th, the Nashville Cats take on the Predators in the jungle.
This is it, man! We're partying in the jungle with the Predators!
Woo! We're having a ball! Go Predators!
And I like the cheerleaders.
Arena football is fantastic! Because it's the best thing going today! Woo!
Boom! The Nashville Cats face your Orlando Predators Friday, July 10th in the jungle.
Well, so far so good. The Orlando Predators prevail over the Rattlers with 2:52 to go in the first quarter. 9-0 is the score. The last time the Predators had the football, they go 31 yards, 8 plays, and they use an awful lot of clock time at 5 minutes and 24 seconds. And then after a very lengthy discussion by the officials, Barry Wagner is awarded his 18th touchdown catch of the season. Big drive by the Orlando Predators after the missed field goal. Well, Orlando flirting with disaster, having to go for it on 4th down and goal from a yard and a half away, and Jay Gruden went for the air on that play.
That's
great
what I like.
call, too.
I love that. I know he knows they're scrambling. He has to get his team back focused.
David Kuhl puts a pretty good toe into it. This guy's got a strong arm. Hits the soft end. Fielded by Cooper. Hunky Cooper will bring it out. He's dangerous. Look out. Gets his balance. Goes to the sideline. One guy to beat and couldn't do it at the 4-yard line. And that was outstanding pursuit by the Orlando Predators special teams, as Hunky Cooper is among the greatest of all time returning field goals. In fact, he's soon to join that 5,000 club. Be on the second one to do it. Watch how he breaks to his left. Keeps his balance. Connell Spade missed. And there he goes down. He's drilled. And Hunky Cooper, always a threat. Now the Dr. Winters health report. Here's the injury summary for tonight's game. Cherry Odom is probably out with a calf injury, and Howard Smothers will not play tonight as well. First down for the Rattlers. Cedric Bonner dropping to his own end zone, throwing it up for grabs downfield. Check Snyder. No. He did not hang on to it. Crowd thought he did, and he hit up against the dasher boards, and Check Snyder.
But look who made the play.
Well, your good friend.
Yep.
And one of the Predators all-time.
Number 5. He is an all-pro. He is a great pro. Watch him come in and break on the ball. He's right in the right position, and he hits him before he can bring the ball in. He strips him of the football.
Now the Orlando Predators have 4 first downs. Arizona still looking for their first, and that's got Danny White, a little Buffalo. Great play by Chris Farmer. 3 picks this year, just going for the knockaway on that pass. Bonner awaits the snap, and he will send Cooper in motion. Dumps it over. Cooper's cannot handle. I beg your pardon. That was Herb Duncan, Speedy Duncan's kid from Northern Arizona, number 81. It looked like the ball was thrown right where he wanted it.
You know, maybe we're not giving Jay Gruden enough credit. You know who's the coach in the defensive back for him?
Jay Gruden was
working with him. He's the defensive back coach, and boy, what an improvement they've made.
A little high, and Duncan couldn't bring it down. His nickname, the Speedbot. Why? Because his dad was Speedy Duncan.
I like that.
Former San Diego Charger defensive back. He wears number 81. Cedric Bonner out of Cal State Northridge has not completed a pass. He's 0 for 5. Stumbles in his own end zone. Gets the pass away, and it's incomplete. And that is as close as an opponent has come to sacking Cedric Bonner in the last 2 seasons. He has not been sacked since 1996, and he just had his clock clean.
But the pressure coming on him is where it's at. It's sure he trips a little bit. Rich McKenzie, number 9, he comes zipping through there and puts the pressure on him, along with, I believe it could have been Cloris Irvin, or is that 33?
Could have had the corner coming in. I'll tell you, that was 33, the linebacker.
Yeah.
The linebacker, Tommy Dorsey.
Oh,
he's been on the injured reserve list, but he's back here tonight. Made the trip. Poole is going to try another 63-yard field goal. He was missed wide left the first time. This kid's got a cannon leg. Long and short. Fielded by Barry Wagner, goal line to the 15. Wagner to the 20. Shoves the tackler out of his way, and he's got it out to near the 20-yard line. I beg your pardon. That's where the Orlando Predators are going to begin this drive. So 3 possessions by the defending champions. They have been shut out. We've completed 1 quarter and the state pick. And so far, so good. The Orlando Predators lead the Rattlers 9-0.
Par, birdie, whoa, par. Must be a Golf Magazine subscriber. Call now for your free trial issue and learn how to shave 3, 4, or 5 strokes off your game. Add 20 yards to your tee shot. Improve your short game. Shoot lower and play the best golf of your life. Call now for your free trial issue of Golf Magazine. If you like it, get 11 more issues, 12 in all for just $19.97. Plus, get this terrific Golf Magazine windbreaker free with your paid subscription.
Call 1-800-859-5588 now.
It's college football action as the Florida Gators take control of the gridiron and chop up their competition. Southern Miss tackles Florida Sunday morning at 9 on Sunshine. sports accomplishments is complete, and now it's time to hand out the just rewards. The performances of high school athletes statewide are commemorated in Orlando. The Florida High School Sports Awards Show, brought to you by the Dairy Farmers, Friday at 7 on Sunshine.
The Orlando Predators lead the defending Arena Bowl champion Arizona Wranglers 9-0 after one quarter. Tremendous pass rush by the Predators tonight.
The Predators haven't been doing this. This is one of the reasons they've had so much trouble. And now look at the pressure on Bonner. He hasn't had this kind of pressure in a while. And let's bring this point out too. Arizona is leading the league right now in their wins, but they have not played a team that has had a winning record. This is the best, most physical team. Look at the Predators have 43 yards to Zippo for the Rattlers. They have not played a physical team like your Predators. So let's just see how this plays out.
Well, Orlando has the football, moving right now in white jersey. And in motion, Cooper dropping O'Hara. Wants to throw the long pass. Cooper under the, even makes the catch at the 9-yard line. And to come back to make it with a defender hanging on him. The catch is made by Robert Gordon. And this veteran of the Canadian Football League for about 7 years makes another great play. Only an experienced player can make this play. A wounded duck pass.
Well, O'Hara gets hit right before he throws the ball. Gordon sees that. He comes back and makes the play. Here again, watch him get hit just as he throws the ball. Right there. He gets hit. The ball's a wounded duck. Gordon sees that, and he comes back and makes the play.
He made some remarkable catches last week in a losing cause against Tampa Bay. Great grab by Gordon. First and goal, Orlando. O'Hara, timing route, intended for Wagner. And it's incomplete. And Doggett, Cecil Doggett, who is one of two outstanding special teams players. They moved him from corner to the deep safety because of the injury to their best tackler, Cedric Walker. He's on IR, and Doggett answers the call.
Well, they like
nice
him.
Play.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's from West Virginia, and he's a good one.
Pat O'Hara, his number is good through one quarter plus. Better than 50%. Last week, a frustrating night for Pat O'Hara, the kid out of Southern Cal, number 17.
We said at the top of the show, they've got to give him time.
Second down and goal. Looked off a timing route, throws deep, caught, Gordon, touchdown, Orlando. Gordon with a couple of great grabs on a scoring series by the Predators, who have built their lead to 15-0. Gordon with a comeback catch at O'Hara. He looked to Wagner, wanted to throw a timing pass, and made the decision to pull it back and threw to Gordon.
See, this is what I
now
think.
there's a flag down on the field at the goal line.
After the touchdown, number 84 spiked the ball, which resulted to go into the stand. 3-yard penalty, one play for the PAT.
Well, Brett Cooper, in his exuberance, I don't blame him. Spike that thing, Coop. Just go ahead and spike it, buddy. That's a remarkable grab behind the defender. And O'Hara, look at him look off the timing.
Look at the time, though. Look at the time that he had. You know what? When a kid's excited for a big win, why not? Oh, Gordon, don't worry about it, pal.
A 3-yard penalty, and that
what a great catch.
David Kuhl is going to have to attempt the point after from a little bit further out. He missed the last one wide right out of the hold of Carnell Mater. This kick is up, and this one is no good. So David Kuhl now, twice in a row, has pushed it off wide right. But the Predators get 6 anyway on a great grab, a 5-yard TD pass. O'Hara to Cooper. It's 15-0 Orlando.
Well, the South loves trucks, that's all there is to it. For work or play, just get out and do it. The new Dodge.
To find the secret of the new Ram Quad Cab, should you choose door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, or door number 4? Answer, all of the above.
The new Dodge. Dr. Tom Winter puts the Predators back together when they're injured. Just imagine what he could do for you.
The Orlando Predators have scored on 3 of their 4 first half possessions and have built a 15-0 lead on the Snake Pit over the defending Arena Bowl champion Arizona Rattlers. Gene Deckerhoff along with Frank Hersey. We got a good one going on. You're going to have to outscore a Danny White team to beat them, and right now it's 15-0. Say, get your new No Fear Predators authentic replica game jersey at Predators home games or at the Fred store in the First Union Bank building in downtown Orlando. No Fear is the official uniform supplier of the Arena Football League. Good looking shirts, too.
When you think the last time that Arizona has been shut out with yards in the first quarter, total yards, Orlando 75, Arizona Zippo.
We have an injury update for the Arizona Rattlers. The former Orlando Predator, Flint Fleming, has a broken thumb. Now, you know, Flint's tough as nails.
Yep.
They may tape that thing up, but he may be back in there. Where's number 10? We'll keep an eye on. That sound you hear, fans with Rattlers saying, go Rattlers. And the kickoff by Cool. Again, this one off the iron. It's going to bounce. It's a wide ball. Live ball fielded by a lineman. Fielded by a lineman, and the Rattlers drives another huge bullet. That's a cliche, but that's exactly what it was. One of those big, burly linemen, Tony Henderson, who was in there because of the thumb injury to Flint Fleming. He grabs it with his paws, and another great kickoff by Cool.
Hits the bars. When it hits that metal, it bounces, and anything can happen. They are very fortunate that that didn't bounce into a Predator's hand.
Well, Tony Henderson is a tight end slash tackler slash offensive guard out of the University of Michigan. And his big hands protect that football. It was almost a turnover. Well, Cedric Biner is yet to complete a pass. Pretty good field position. The 10, the left-handed drop, slings it out. Caught by the tight end. This is Henderson, and he is up across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And all of a sudden, Danny White's found a weapon. The tight end.
Well, that's a screen pass, and
Henderson makes the catch and knows what to do. He goes north and south, and Connell's hanging on to bring him down. But first pass completion of the night by Cedric Bonner.
This is a screen pass here, so you're going to get a rush. They're going to let those guys come in so they can release those linemen downfield to block.
Well, a first down, and that is the initial first down of the game for the homestanding Rattlers from the 25 midfield. Moving left, Cedric Bonner looks to his left, now looks over the middle, fires to his left, it's dropped. It is dropped by Hockey Cooper. Cooper has had a remarkable career since coming out of UNLV. 86 career touchdowns, and he was wide open. The southpaw delivers, and he started to run before he caught it, Coach.
Danny White's just trying to get some short, successful plays to kind of get his team just out of the funk that they're in. And he needs to get on the board here. He knows that. He doesn't want to end up getting too far ahead of him. He knows his team is solid. They're good. But right now, they're struggling, and he's got to get them started.
Cooper really burned the Predators in 95 of the playoffs. 265 total yards. He dropped one there he should have had. From midfield, Bonner is going to throw. Caught at the 17-yard line. And Hunky Cooper, after dropping one, makes a tough catch that time in traffic and hangs on. He's short of the first down by about a yard and a half, maybe 2.
Watch how quick Bonner sets up. Watch how quick he gets his feet in place. Bingo, 1-2 fires. He knows where his man is at the timing route, and it was right on the money.
That's why Bonner has not been sacked since 1996. Better than 680 pass attempts now and counting since he was sacked the last time. Cedric Bonner. 3rd down and 2. From the 17, they got to get it just inside the 15. Play action on the pitch out. Throws it up the middle. Hunky Cooper's got a first down. And so, needing to get it to the 14. He makes that grab in the middle of the Predator zone at the 8-yard line. It's first down and goal.
Again, it's a safe play. It's a smart play. He's a tall quarterback, 6'4". He throws the ball right over the middle, wide open. All he has to do is read the linebackers.
Well, the Orlando Predators lead 15-0, but the Arizona Rattlers are not going to roll over and play dead. They're a proud football team. They've won 30 of their last 36. Jay Gruden knows it and says, come on, defense. Let's stop them. They've been shut out so far. We have 9:35 to go in the second quarter. Handoff on the run, and there's just nowhere for the ball carrier, Hopek out of Boston College. He was the defensive stalwart when they forced Fumble at the 1-yard line on the second series. And this time he cannot move the football. Plays defense at BC and not offense. Boy, great penetration, too, for him by Webby Burnett in the middle.
Webby Burnett, boy, he's been around.
It is second down and goal. Loss of a yard on that carry by Pahopek. Cedric Bonner at quarter. Pahopek the lone setback. And he will send Shake Snyder in motion. Dropping and looking his way. Firing now. It's caught. Arizona, Randy Gatewood.
He's another one of those guys who's been injured. He's just come off of IR, and here he is already throwing the ball to him. This team is a solid football team, and that's why you can't relax. And as I said earlier in the show, remember how Orlando plays in the fourth quarter, because it looks like it's going to be one of those kind of games where they're going to have to be ready in the fourth quarter. That was a slant route right to Gatewood, right on the money.
And Randy Gatewood's catch. And here comes the point after with 8:14 to go and counting. It is 15-6. And Pooler's point after is good. And 15-7 is our score in the Snake Pit. The Predator lead cut almost in half.
This simple-looking device is the key.
Been idle for 4 weeks.
Yep.
Shoulder separation. With Randy Gatewood is nicknamed G-Wood or G-Money. Boy, he makes a G-Money catch on second down and goal from the 9. And it's 15-7. Orlando with a lead.
Danny White that time, the very first play, you got to remember he ran a screen pass. You can see there 6 plays, 39 yards, and they used up nearly 4 minutes. But he used a screen pass, a simple pass, just to get his team on track. They just been struggling. He used 2 simple little short passes to kind of get their confidence up. Then he comes in with a touchdown. So Danny White knows his team. He knows it better than anybody. He gets them back groove, and now I think we're going to have ourselves a real battle, and Orlando's got to just keep right on playing and keep right on scoring.
It is 15-7. Pooler's kick into the net. And Wagner will bring it out from 5 deep. To the 5 to the 10, Wagner. And it's across the 15-yard line. So Wags back on form as far as returns are concerned. 311 all-purpose yards against New York City Hawks 3 weeks ago. He's about as good as it gets fielding it off the net.
Well, he's 6'3", 215 pounds. But watch right here. Once he sees it, boy, he really accelerates through the tacklers. They know they've tackled somebody when they tackle Barry Wagner.
First down for Pat O'Hara and the Predators. Moving right. And O'Hara, quick out pass on the boards, caught by Wagner. Not going deep, not getting fancy, just going to the bread and butter play the Predators have used for so many years.
Yep, and that's smart. I mean, here again, Jay Gruden taking advantage of the same thing as White taking, get the bread and butter stuff, get your team back, trying to score again. Take your time, to use patience, and just keep the ball out of the Arizona's hands, because, you know, Danny White really, defense kind of bores him. He wants to score all the time.
Well, a gain of 7, second down and 3, and this time a run up the middle. Hamilton keeps his balance and hurdles across midfield. And he is close to the first down marker, which is on the near sideline, and it is a first down, says referee R.G. DeTiller. Unky Cooper had to come in and try to bring down a 250-pound-plus running back. Rick Hamilton is a linebacker with a linebacker mentality, and he just looked for somebody to run over. This time it was Cooper.
What a good block up the middle there, too, by Webby Burnett.
Now keeping it on the ground, and again, I like what you're saying about keeping the ball away from Danny White's Arizona Rattlers. They want to get a score-a-thon going. They want to score a lot of points. Short pass and a run, using clock time. 6:31 to go in the second quarter. Little stop action, handoff to Hamilton, and it looked like that little hesitation by the motion man, Barry Wagner, and he came to the line of scrimmage and just put on the brakes, and that threw a defender offside. Now, is it offside? And it will be.
It should be offside against the Rattlers.
When the guy in motion put on the brakes at the line of scrimmage, 3 guys in black jerseys jumped.
See, the defense tries to time it. And they try to time it so when the guy crosses the line, see how the guy moves there, so they think that guy's moving, guy moves, jumps right there. There's a right tackle, right end, jumps offside, and that's all you need. So that gives you 3 yards, but more importantly, it just aggravates the Rattlers. Jay's using every little thing he knows to just kind of keep the Rattlers off balance.
First down and 7 now to the 3-yard mark off. Let's see if Hamilton comes back and runs it again. Wagner is wide to the right. In motion comes Robert Gordon. Going toward Gordon. Wide open. Touchdown, Orlando. Penalty flag thrown behind the line of scrimmage. And the penalty is going to be on the Orlando Predators. And Jay Gruden is beyond himself.
Boy, what a mistake by the Rattlers, though.
Wide open was Robert Gordon. I'll tell you, the guy that's making the biggest beef is Rick Hamilton. And aren't they to tell you the referee is going to...
Personal foul, face down, number 42 offset. 8-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Wow, that's 6 off the board at least. Gordon was wide open, a busted assignment in the secondary. You don't get that often against the defending Arena Bowl champions, and when you do, you want it to count.
Game another penalty. Unsportsmanlike conduct. They're going to get made more. Watch here, you know, watch here to the right. Here's a fullback to the left, right there. Now watch him reach up, and he must grab the face mask so we can't see it. Boy, it's hard to see. Yeah, he's got the face mask, but see, these are the kind of things that you got to be really careful with. Your team is playing well. Don't stop your momentum. Don't stop the enthusiasm that you've created by a bunch of silly penalties. To me, the penalty has got to be treated just like a turnover when it affects your team and you have to turn the ball over to the other team.
Here in the second quarter, we lose 16 yards. The Predators do on back-to-back 8-yard penalties. Losing field position. It's first down and a mile from the 16. Down the sideline. Left side. Wagner takes in the catch from O'Hara and gets the penalty yardage and maybe a little bit more back. They'll spot the ball up near midfield around the 24-yard line. So it's an 8-yard pickup. He gets one penalty back. Now it's second down and 14. Wagner now is matched last week he had 2 catches for 12. He has just gone over that with that last catch.
Well, that's a rarity when he only catches 2 passes. Now that's just one of those freak things that happen in sports.
It is second down and 13. Lassane wide right, Cooper in the slot, in motion Wagner left, dropping O'Hara, throwing toward Wagner, diving try, could not make the grab with a fingertip. Tremendous effort by the league's MVP and Ironman.
When a guy's that wide open, I know he's patting him on the helmet there. When a guy's that wide open, you got to take a little bit off and make sure he catches the ball. Even if he has to stop and come back, you as a quarterback can see he's wide open. It doesn't have to be a perfectly executed pass. What you need to have is a touchdown.
The Orlando Predators face third down and a long 13. Call it third down and 14. The line of scrimmage, the Predator 24. How close was that last catch?
You know that
catch? Jay Gruden thought he had 6. In motion, Gordon dropping on third down. O'Hara throwing. It is caught. First down, Predators inside the 14-yard line. That is the first third down conversion tonight by Orlando. They are now 1 for 3, and what a great throw by O'Hara. He comes back and gets the job done.
Look at the time he has. See, this is the thing about you got to remember in arena football. You must give your quarterback time to throw it. These guys have got great accurate arms. They're former NFL guys. They're good quarterbacks, but they have to have the time to get their feet planted so they can throw the ball. And Orlando's line, which has been somewhat criticized because not giving him the time, has done a remarkable job tonight, giving O'Hara that split second more than time that he needs.
First down, Orlando, inside the 15. Tiny pattern, caught by Hamilton. Keeps his balance. He's knocked off the board and out of bounds. What a block. Well, Rick Hamilton, if there's anybody on the field right now that wants to get it in the end zone, it's number 42. Back-to-back major penalties. And watch this collision. This is not a hit, folks. It's a collision. Oh. And Hamilton wants some more. Hey, who else wants a piece of me?
That's it. Line up, guys. I'll take you all on.
Out of the University of Central Florida. A linebacker. Inside the 10 from the 9. Inside handle. Hamilton. 3-2-1. Touchdown. Orlando Predators. I told you he wanted to score.
You bet. A draw play. I love that play near the goal line in arena football. It takes everybody out. Jay Gruden called the perfect play right there. You don't think he is fired up. Watch this thing, but draw play here. You don't see this often, but again, they just clearly wide open, and there's nobody there to make the play. One of those linebackers has to be reading the fullback. He runs out of there right there. You can see the guy right there, number 14, Hunky, takes himself out of the play, a mismatch. And if the guy would have been there, I don't think Hunky would have tackled him anyway.
I don't think little Hunky Cooper was going to bring down 241-pound Rick Hamilton. So he atones for the 2 penalties. The point after important now, he's missed 2. And that time, David Cool keeps his cool, and he put it right between the uprights. And the Orlando Predators have answered the score by Arizona. And that young man right there has accounted for 4 of the Orlando points. A 40-yard field goal got us going. He just capped that scoring drive with a point after. It's 22-7 Orlando. Say, golf fans, Sprint and Sunshine Fish. A 9-yard touchdown run gives the Predators a 22-7 lead.
You know, Orlando has a great history of pride in their whole organization. I mean, they're one of the outstanding, solid organizations, and you can see right there, they're proud. They're not going to keep taking this beating.
Overcoming 2 major penalties, including a face mask infraction flagged on Rick Hamilton that took away Robert Gordon's touchdown, and then an unsportsmanlike call for beeping it to R.G. Detillier, the referee. And the Orlando Predators, unlike last week against the Tampa Bay Storm, answer the bell. It's 22. Off the medal it goes. Misplayed by Cooper and Scheck-Snyder, and it's fielded by Cooper on the second bounce, and he's out to the 6-yard line. That is the reason why number 3, David Cool, is on the roster and kicking for the Orlando Predators. Every one of his kickoffs have gone into the iron or the hard net. It's the most difficult return to make. If you're a returner, here he is, number 3, David Cool. He's doing his job. Would love to have those 2 points.
Long leg.
Yeah.
You're going to have a interesting halftime guess, aren't you?
7 plays and, more importantly, 5.5 minutes of clock time. 5:34 used by the Preds. First down for Cedric Bonner. He got him going the last time. The Rattlers had it. He'll drop to throw from his own. His batted down right back into his face. And the Orlando Predator pass rush is really getting in the face. Really getting in the face of Cedric Bonner. Say, coming up at halftime, it's the Habitat Apartments halftime report. And tonight, since we're in the hometown of the Orlando Predators owner, Phoenix, Arizona, we're going to have Will Maris with us at halftime. Plus, we'll have the halftime stats, scoring summary, show you some of the big plays. It's all part of the Habitat Apartments halftime report. Well, Cedric Bonner is now 4 of 12 for just 40 yards, and he has thrown 1 touchdown.
They're into the last minute of the half, so everything slows down here. The clock will stop when it's passed.
Danny White saying, let's get some points on before halftime. We got a long way to go. This is arena football where 28-point quarters are not unheard of. 22-7. Predators so far. Second down 10 from the 6. Bonner with a long count. Will look for the quick pass to the left side. It is caught. They got speed and Gable. Gable follows a blocker or 2 and O'Connor out to the 24-yard line. Now that is as close as you can come to a screen. They set up a wedge, a quick sideline pass to Randy Gatewood, who has caught the only touchdown pass tonight. He had a convoy, Fran.
He was, no question, that was that screenplay that they like to get themselves started with. And there's nothing complicated. He just gets the ball out to one of these jets. He gets behind the blockers, and he just keeps his legs churning, and he makes a good play out of this thing. They want to try to score here right before the half if they can. It's very important that Orlando finds a way to shut them down with 33 seconds to go.
18-yard throw and catch. First down near midfield. Quick out pass caught by Scheck-Snyder. He's been quiet tonight. And Scheck-Snyder is tackled immediately by Kevin Gaines. And that is an 11-yard gain and another Arizona first down. And the clock stops with 24 seconds to go. It looks like Jay has got Bruce Lassane in there. Gaines is in there on the defensive secondary. Mason started. He's still in there. Chris Barber. So he may be giving a few of his defensive players a breather. Rick Hamilton is not the linebacker. Tommy Dorsey is back in there. And the Arizona Rattlers will spend a timeout with 24 seconds to go. It's 22-7. The Rattlers want to get something here before halftime. Say you can feel the heat and smell the opponent's fear at Predators games, but only if you're there in person. Get your ticket to a great night out and watch the Predators take on the Nashville Cats at Orlando Arena on Friday, July 10th at 7:30. That is going to be the renewal of one of the fastest growing. I mean, these guys don't like each other. The Nashville Cats, Orlando Predators. We're going to beat them one day, maybe the 10th. I hope so.
You know, Jay Gruden, of course, you know, being the coach up there and all the things, we talked about that before, but it means a lot to him. And he wants to kind of get this organization back together again. And you know what I'm impressed with is that they picked up this here Rich McKenzie, number 90, and he has really given a spark to the rush. And he has helped this team, and Jay knows that this becomes a critical situation to try to shut down the Rattlers with 24 seconds to go.
It is first down. Bonner out of the timeout. Blitz coming, gets the pass away on the sideline. Dashboard and ruled out of bounds. So Bonner's throw to the right side is incomplete. Marvin Bagley, a rookie out of North Carolina A&T, hit the board before he made the catch, and so he is out of bounds. His foot was on the line as well. And a good call by the side judge, one of the linesmen. And it's second down and 10. The line of scrimmage just short of the 15-yard line. Cedric Bonner, clock stops with 20 seconds. 22-7 is the score. Gatewood lines up to the left. And the snap. Bonner looks to his middle, goes over the middle, knocked away. Great play, Chris Barber. Went over the top and sweated it away from Shake Schecksteiner.
You know, you just gotta like Chris Barber. The way he reacts on the ball. What's the pressure though on Bonner? This is what I'm so impressed with what the Preds are doing now. They are making this guy throw in a hurry, and he better get that ball off.
Kevin Johnson is seeing time at nose guard, nose tackle for the Orlando Predators. Where's number 69?
A fresh body.
Out of Texas Southern. Both coaches have gone a little deeper in their bench here late in the second quarter. Cedric Bonner is going to have to spend another timeout. 16 seconds are left. We're in the second quarter at the Snake Pit. Danny White, Arena Football League Coach of the Year in 1994 when he won his first Arena Bowl title at the expense of the Orlando Predators. Pro Bowl quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Outstanding career at Arizona State, where his number was retired last year, just like his daddy.
Yep, he's a player, no question about that. You know, one of the things that these great organizations have, and what Danny is very good at, when people get hurt, they find a way to replace them in a hurry. Probably the best in the league is Markham at that. Boy, he'll go out and he'll find somebody to replace him. And I see where Orlando, they're sliding in Rich McKenzie, names that we haven't heard before. Kevin Johnson. These guys come out of nowhere. They know where they are. The great organization can plug them in, and that's important.
How about the old warhorse Jerry Odom?
Yep, bringing him out of retirement.
Came back, retired, injured reserve most of this season. He's hurt tonight, not playing, but he has played for the last couple of ball games for the Orlando Predators. Third down and 10 from the 15. Cedric Bonner out of his second timeout. Sends a man in motion, dropping Bonner, the lefty fires toward the end zone. Touchdown! Jake Snyder. Jake Snyder. Now you're not going to keep him playing all game, and he just made a tremendous fingertip grab.
Well, I'll tell you what they did. They isolated the defensive back 1-on-1 against Snyder, and it's a mismatch. And you'll see here, we're going to have a great shot of this. Watch him come down here in motion so you can't block him. And watch him here turn, but break inside and break back out. Right there against Chris Barber, one of the best in the league. He's able to make that breakout, and boy, he's wide open. And of course, when a guy's open like that, the quarterback Bonner must throw the ball and complete it.
Well, he's a perennial All-Pro in the Arena Football League, first team All-Arena League last year, the year before that. And this guy just grabbed his 25th touchdown of the season. Last year, he set a team record with 29. And we're just over halfway through. They'll go for two. Humphrey Cooper runs right, throws, and it's incomplete. Cooper was a quarterback in high school and Summit College, and they have the halfback throw. And it's incomplete. The try for two fails with 11 seconds remaining. 22-13 is the score. Big stop on the two-point conversion. The Rattlers have scored on back-to-back possessions now 2 out of 5 times. And we'll watch that two-point conversion again. You
speed right here. He's making us see the fake foot over right there. He just put like a shot put. Throws a shot put out there. No chance.
Randy Gatewood was the intended receiver. And again, a lot of bodies he's trying to throw over. Did he sell the run long enough?
No, he sure didn't. He throws a shot put there. Al Order.
The two-point try fails, 22-13 is the score with 11 seconds to go. Now, on the Arena Football League, Jay Gruden's got all of his timeouts. If you get a decent return, and Wagner's been bringing them out around the 20, you get a chance at a couple of shots into the end zone. Now, one thing Arena Football rules don't allow you to do is make a fair catch in the end zone and bring it out to the 5. You've got to attempt to return the football, which means you're going to use some valuable clock time. By my count, the Predators have 3 timeouts, and the scoreboard reflects that. Wagner fumbles the ball, bubbles it, picks it up, and he's got running room out to the 15. And he is dropped, and that'll stop the clock with 6 seconds to go. Wagner may be trying a little too hard to make the big, spectacular play. But he does pick it up, hangs on to it, and gets it out to the 15, and there's an Arizona Rattler shaking up on that kickoff return. 6 seconds remain, time for one long throw, perhaps.
Gene, before we forget, we have to say Happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there that are watching this game. And Mother's Day is a big thing, but Father's Day is too.
Well, happy Father's Day to you, friend.
Thank you. I got 4 kids. I love them.
And you're leaving on the red-eye tonight. Hope to get back to Tampa.
Yep.
And we have an injury timeout. And I'm trying to get the number of the player and can't get it. One of those big linemen in the trenches. Orlando against Tampa Bay. Is this deja vu or what? Wasn't that last week? No, it's coming up. It's coming up this Friday in the Ice Palace in Tampa. You can see the game right here on Sunshine Network. The gridiron action is going to continue on that I-4 war. Well, we are hearing from down on the sideline that Randy Gatewood has been ejected, but I did not see him leave. Of course, the locker room is right below us. Now, he is really beefing. Doug Kay is the defensive coordinator. Assistant coach Danny White comes over to the sideline. And Gatewood has his hat off. There's Randy. And if he's been given the heave-ho,
that's big.
That really hurts. The Rattlers have been without him for 4 games. He's just back off injured reserve, and he's heading toward the locker room. I guess he's been given the heave-ho. Now, R.G. Detillier should tell us that, the referee with the white hat.
Probably will here in a second. They're waiting for this young man here. I can't get his number either. Is it 84 or is it 89?
Cannot get it from this angle. And Webby Burnett standing over the top of the injured Rattler. Can't get a good look in there. And it's been a busy night already for the Arizona Rattlers training corps, team doctors. We told you earlier that Flynn Fleming had gone out with an injury. Still trying to get a look at that number.
It's like an 84, but I know he's laying down. It's very difficult.
Matt Anderson. Matt Anderson. There it is.
There you go.
Matt Anderson, who is the head trainer, is looking at Tony Henderson. Now, Fleming went down, and Henderson goes down. They are both defensive ends / tight ends on the offense.
This does not look good.
They're wheeling out the rolling stretcher, and that's never a good sign. And this sport is a contact sport, particularly when the special teams are involved. Your body's going one way and bodies are flying all around. And the injured player, Tony Henderson, is being tended to, and now they roll in the stretcher. And there will be a stoppage of play for a moment as he is lifted carefully onto that stretcher and then carried probably to an area hospital for x-rays to check out the extent of that injury. It is 22-13. Orlando leads Arizona. We still have 6 seconds, or make it 7. They added a second back to the clock left in the second quarter. And we will step aside as the injured player is taken for x-rays.
Really a big controversy out here about the airport, which is only 10 minutes away. It's now called Sky Harbor, and they want to change it to Goldwater Airport, but also the football stadium. There's talk that they're going to build a new football stadium. They want to put it out in, the owners want to put the thing out in Scottsdale, and most people want to put the thing right here in town. So there's always these little things in town. You know how we have these little controversies. Now they're going to get him on board under him. They're going to go ahead and put him up on the wheel him out of here in a second.
Well, the injured player again is Tony Henderson. He's in his 3rd year out of Michigan, and Tony Henderson is very carefully put on the stretcher, taped down. They don't want any movement, and you will slowly be put on that rolling dolly and carried out of here to an ambulance and to the nearest hospital for X-ray.
I'm going to guess. I think he has a hip problem myself. He may have a dislocated hip, even though I think it's like they're taping him pretty much all over the place. But I saw him grab his hip. We'll see. Hopefully they'll give us a report back.
Sometimes if you hit that vertebrae right down there on the tailbone, now I'm not a doctor, but sometimes you have that sensation that goes through your body where you do feel like you can't move anything. And I think that the way they're securing him to that dolly, they want him as immobile as possible. You see the look of concern on the part of all that play this violent sport of football. Robert Gordon, I beg your pardon, number 84 looking on there. He played 7 years in the Canadian Football League, and believe me, you take a licking and try to keep on ticking there. You see the entire Arizona Rattler football team huddled up in prayer. And again, the delay because of the injury. We are close to halftime, but right now, time and score doesn't matter. It's the extent of the injury to a guy that came out here and gave it all. Really a brand new Arizona Rattler. He's out of Michigan. He was an all Big Ten performer at the University of Michigan, and he is the player that's shaken up. In fact, he played in the '92 Rose Bowl, and he probably had fond memories of that appearance. And right now, he's in a whale of hurt, and his teammates are praying for him. And we are too. A lengthy injury delay at American West Arena. Some scores from tonight's Arena Football League action. Boy, the Tampa Bay Storm put a whipping on the Albany Firebirds. Both teams were 6-1 when they collided in the Ice Palace, and the homestanding Storm prevailed by 21, 3 touchdowns. In Houston, boy, they've come on strong. They scored 80-plus. They had a game in the 80s a couple of weeks ago, and they're beating Milwaukee 55-47. That one's got a ways to go in the 4th quarter. Last night, Grand Rapids, New Jersey, and San Jose were all winners. The City Hawks, the Bobcats, and Portland were losers. Everyone standing and applauding in the arena as Tony Henderson is lifted up on the gurney and will be taken to the nearest hospital for x-rays and treatment.
You know, going over the Tampa Bay score, Peter Tom Willis has finally looks like he's getting it together pretty good. You know, you know a lot about him, of course. What a great quarterback he is. Tall guy with great accuracy. And Timmy Markham seems like they're getting their whole act together, because when Tampa Bay starts really thumping people by those numbers, that means they're getting it all together.
Well, you hear the response of the tremendous fans in Arizona. They love their Rattlers. And the defending world champions in arena football, they won in '94, they won in '97. Danny White's got them rolling the right direction. There goes the injured player, Tony Henderson. Let's hope that he will be okay and play another day here on the Snake Pit for the Rattlers. Again, for the reset, 7 seconds remain in the first half. Now, both teams, the offense and the defense, have had to sort of, I saw Pat O'Hara sort of throwing the ball to stay loose, but I don't think anybody in the house is thinking about this next play right now. Let's see what happens. O'Hara will try to get the Predators in with 7 seconds to go. One long pass, Fran?
No, I think you got two downs to work with if you want to.
The pass to Wagner, and it takes just 3 seconds, and he makes the catch off the dasher board at the 19-yard line.
You know, I'm surprised that we haven't heard about Gatewood being kicked out of the game. So,
Gatewood left for the locker. He was not a happy man when he left. He wears the same number, by the way, as Pat O'Hara. How like the new jerseys the Predators wear this year? Like the Boston back then. Well, David Poole kicked a 40-yard field goal earlier. The spot will be the 27th and a 33-yard attempt. out of the hold of Carnell Maynard. The kick, airborne, plenty of distance, and at the horn, it is good. Well, David Cool is 2 for 2, and he keeps us cool in a very hot town, Phoenix, Arizona. And we go to the locker room at halftime. The Orlando Predators lead the defending Arena Bowl champion Arizona Rattlers 25-13. For the second half, you can expect fireworks aplenty, as these two high-powered football teams are going to really get it on. Coming up, halftime, and we'll be joined by team general manager and owner Will Maris. Don't go away. At halftime at the Snake Pit, it's the Orlando Predators 25, the Arizona Rattlers 13, and so far so good. And therefore, the big smile of chairman of the board, president, the principal owner of the Orlando Predators, Will Maris. And Will, it's a homecoming for you. This is your hometown. You went to ASU, and hey, you got a big smile on your face.
That's right. I live in Scottsdale during the off-season, Orlando during the season, so this is my home. I've got 180 people out here. I didn't know I had that many friends, but they're out here. We're rooting big.
180 friends. That means you had to find some tickets for them. And how about you and Mr. Colangelo? You get together and have to say, I'll get you plenty of tickets when you come to my place?
Yes. Actually, I deal with Brian Colangelo. He's always great. We get all the tickets we need, and we're glad we have this kind of support.
How about the Orlando Predators in this first half? I mean, we score on all but one possession. We take advantage of great field possession. Pat O'Hara's on. Wagner's on. A couple of great grabs by Robert Garden. You've got to be very happy to see what you're seeing tonight.
So far, it's everything I could ask for. There's been some kind of strange plays, but they've gone in our favor, so I'll take that. Hope the second half is just as good.
Now, in this football game, it's the beginning of the second half of the season. We asked Jay Gordon before the ball game, we said, Coach, are you at a crossroads right now? 4-3, you don't like that sort of thing. He said, no, sir, I want to do a lot better in the second half. I know all Predator fans hope so.
Yes, I think Jay can. Jay, it takes a while. We had 12 new players that Jay brought in. It takes a while to get them all set. We're hoping the second half will be really strong.
Well, we build this game at the beginning of the telecast as the biggest and best coast-to-coast rivalry in the Arena Football League. What a turnout tonight in Arizona. It's similar to what we've seen in the jungle all year, and for years to go, great crowd support for the home team.
Yes, it is. This is why I got involved in arena football. I sat in this arena back in '92. I said, this is unbelievable. That's why I'm involved in arena football today.
What's it like to see Danny White? He's a former ASU guy. You went to ASU. His dad, Whizzer White, is it? We just saw the old coach, Frank Bush, walk by. You know all these people out here. It's great for football in this town, isn't it?
This is definitely ASU, Tempe, Arizona is a big football town, and it's great that the Rattlers have become a part of that.
Well, the Rattlers got those Rattlers out. The fans are shaking those things. It's noisy and loud in here. Good luck the rest of the season, Will. Welcome back home to Phoenix, Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona. And what do you see in the, one more question, what do you see in the second half?
I see a lot of the same. We're gonna win. We're gonna win big.
Okay, you heard it from the guy that calls the shots, Will Maris. Happy homecoming, Will. Good to see you. Orlando leads the Arizona Rattlers 25-13. We'll get the score right. We're at halftime with a lot more football. Don't go away. Their 6 first-half possessions and hold a 25-13 lead over the defending Arena Bowl champion Arizona Rattlers. Gene Deckerhoff along with the old coach Fran Kersey, and coach, a good first half on both sides of the football for the Orlando Predators.
What I'm most impressed with is the offense and defensive line. They're really putting pressure on the quarterback, and they're giving the time needed for O'Hara to throw the ball.
In the first quarter, one of the most amazing stats I have ever seen, 0, nada, nothing in total offense for the Arizona Rattlers, an explosive football team. And let's look at the stat story of the first half, dominated by the Orlando Predators.
We can see where the Predators have a lead of 9-5 in first downs, rushing yards 34 to -1 for the Rattlers, passing yards 93 yards to 84, total yards 127 to 83, but you can see the turnovers again. This is what Orlando really has to work on, cutting down the turnovers, and I think they've done that so far.
Turnovers one apiece, and both those turnovers occurred, I think, when butterflies were still in the belly.
Yep.
Both turnovers occurred in the opening 3 minutes of tonight's ball game. At halftime, the Orlando Predators lead by 12. We'll have the key highlights of tonight's first half just around the corner, so stay with us. Predators lead the Arizona Rattlers 25-13. So far, so good for the visitors from the Magic City. Gene Deckerhoff along with Frank Kersey at halftime. Good to see Will Maris looking dapper in his hometown area. Grew up out here, and as he said, during the season, he lives in Orlando. Wouldn't miss a home game. And he had to come up with 180 tickets for tonight's game. A little lighter in the wallet. Now he has seen, but for his money, he has seen some outstanding arena football tonight. Fran, we've had some highlights galore.
Well, it's all pretty much Orlando playing so well. Here's O'Hara under the snap here. Makes the pitch play right here, coming across. Beautiful pass, and down goes Wagner for the catch. He catches the ball. He comes up with the big plays. They had to have it, and that was a fourth down play when he makes that touchdown. So that's how critical that was. He had to make that play. Here's another touchdown pass way over the top. What a great play there by Gordon. Catches the ball. The only weakness is he spikes the ball. It cost him a penalty, but who cares? It was a big touchdown. Mr. Gordon there, we don't mind that kind of stuff. But here goes Cedric Bonner back now. 1, 2, 3 step. Throws the ball across there to the great receiver there, Gatewood, who we think has been thrown out of the game. They're going to claw back. I think the real test here is going to be the fourth quarter by Orlando.
We're told in beeping non-call that he may have made contact. Now here's the big run by Rick Hamilton.
The draw play right up the middle. No chance of the play there, tackle, and that's a big play. But Orlando is doing all the little things they haven't done in the past. They're acting like a championship team, and they're playing well. And they really got to play right here. Watch this play right here. Here's a
Shake Snyder.
Oh, shaky right there. What Fango? He makes a play on Chris Barber. And you don't see that too often by Chris, but again, a great football player.
Well, now Shake Snyder, you're not going to keep him out of the end zone. That is his 25th touchdown grab of the season. His record for the Arizona Rattlers last year, 29. He needs just 4 more to break that record. We still have 6 games to go after this one. 25-13 is the score. We're at halftime at America West Arena, better known as the Snake Pit. The second half is coming up. Arizona Wranglers, the defending world champion. They won Arena Bowl 11, beating soundly the Iowa Barnstormers last year. That game played here. And with that win, it was Danny White and the Rattlers' second Arena Bowl championship. They beat the Orlando Predators back in '94, and they won it last year. And this year are 6-1. But Fran, as you mentioned, they're playing a team with a winning record for the first time this year. And Pat O'Hara, you see on the screen, number 17, the Orlando Predators lead by 12, 25-13 at halftime. Now the comparison of the two big guns, the big offensive weapons for both of these teams, Barry Wagner for the Predators and Shake Snyder for Arizona.
Well, the difference is Wagner does a little more things like returning the kicks. But you know, you were talking about number 17 there, O'Hara. Well, number 17 for the other team, Gatewood, I do not see him on the field. I've been looking for him. So apparently he has been thrown out of the game. And that should be not only on offense they lose, but boy, on defense, he's the guy to making some big plays against Wagner. So I think that should be a big play. We'll see how that plays out.
Well, the Arizona Wranglers won the toss, deferred to the second half, and they'll have the football here as we get the third quarter underway. David Cool gives it a ride. Boy, he's had a long leg all night. Kicks it off the net. It's fielded at the goal line and back out, spun around. Goes Hunky Cooper, tripped up the crest, and he stumbled to the 15-yard line. Well, Hunky Cooper, who is going to be only the second Arena Football League player to have over 5,000 yards receiving and 5,000 yards returning in his career. The first guy to do it in league history was George LaFrance, the great one for the Tampa Bay Storm, and Hunky Cooper right on his heels, and he nearly broke that one. You can hear the crowd get into it. Well,
a lot less time, too. I believe that LaFrance has been in the league, what, 10 years, 11 years?
Yeah. Well, Cedric Bonner is going to try to get the Rattlers going on their first possession. They scored on just 2 of their 5 in the first half. Dumping the pass off. A little screen pass is thrown too low, and again, big heat up the middle by the Orlando Predator defensive line. They tried to dump that off to Terry Samuels, a former Arizona Cardinal in the NFL out of Kentucky.
Well, Rick Hamilton smelled this. Watch the heat coming up the middle, but if you can see 42, he smells a rat. He sees a screen, and you'll see him. He should come into the picture to the right here. He reads that screen, and he goes right to the play, and there was no place for Bonner to throw the ball, so he had to throw it out way away from the receiver.
Now, Rick Hamilton has played linebacker all his career, an outstanding career at UCF, the school's all-time leading tackler. Plays the screen play well. Second down and 10. And this time Bonner flushed down to the pocket, rolling that left arm. He whips it toward Chuck Snyder. Knocked down and incomplete. Knocked down and incomplete. as Chris Barber timed it, almost timed it too soon, though. He got a fingertip on it. Schecksteiner could not make the catch off the deflection.
I'd say that's two great athletes right there. I mean, Chris Barber, like you say, mistimed it, but he timed it enough to take the play away from so that Schecksteiner could not catch the ball.
Well, the Arizona Rattlers are going to face 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10 from the 15-yard line, just outside the 15. Cedric Bonner draws a lineman offside, flags a pretty. It's a free ball. He'll throw it downfield and lays it out too far for Herb Duncan. That's Speedy Duncan's son, the Speed Mod. He's been timed at 4.3 in the 40, and he could not get up to it. But I think that was a free play for Cedric Bonner.
It was, but he was trying to go to that 4.3. If he had 4.3, he would have made the play.
Well, the Rattlers did not score on their first 3.
69 defense, 3-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down.
Did not score on their first 3 possessions in tonight's game. They fumbled their first opportunity, then misfired on 2 63-yard field goals. And you see the change in the cadence by Cedric Bonner. There's more than one way to skin a cat or get a lineman to jump offside, isn't there?
You know,
Kevin Johnson.
Gene, all my coaching career, I could never figure out, and I still can't, how a guy can line up over the ball. You teach him to move on the ball, and he's the guy that moves. Against the other guys, not the guy that's lined up right over the ball.
3rd down and 7 now for Cedric Bonner. Rattlers moving left in motion. Schecksteiner. He looks his way, throws it downfield. Schecksteiner cannot get up to it. Chasing and a step behind was Chris Barber. A flag thrown around the 20-yard line. And let's see what this is going to be.
Probably holding on the secondary, I would guess.
Holding on the defense. It'll be an automatic 1st down. You hear the reaction as R.G. DeTillier, the referee, indicates it is a penalty on the Predators. And that'll give Cedric Bonner and Arizona new life. That was 3rd down and 7. And the pass was incomplete.
And a great pressure was put on the quarterback. That's what I like. You have to have pressure. This game is a defensive pressure and the accuracy of the quarterback. And it's not that complicated, but you cannot let these good quarterbacks throw on rhythm. I mean, it's true in the NFL, too. No, every league's the same.
Predator secondary has Damon Mason, Chris Barber, and Cora Zervin. Barry Wagner has moved to the Jill linebacker position. And on 1st down from the 23, a short pass caught by Cooper, and he is spun around by a couple of Predators and dropped. A very short game. Wagner got a piece of him first. They'll get 4.5, maybe 5. And the tackle was made right up against the near side dasher boards, and we'll have to wait till they spot it out there. There it is. It's spotted at around the 18-yard line. So it's a gain of 4, and we'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Cedric Bonner in the first half was just 7 of 17, trying to heat up right now. We're early in the 3rd quarter, 11-17 to go. Preds lead by 12, 25-13. Bonner on 2nd down. Toss pitch to the right side. Penalty flags thrown, and nothing gained. Maybe a loss of a yard. That flag was thrown very early, and I think it's going to be on the offense. Well, and they just trying to run it to the right. Terry Samuels, who played tight end in college and in the NFL, is the running back linebacker at the moment.
Well, they had the linebackers all confused because I don't think anybody stuck their hand up to declare who was the tight end. And that's what the linebackers line up on. Barry Wagner's getting into it pretty strong over there, but
he's the Jill linebacker, and he's got to recognize who that tight end is. They're supposed to wave their hand so he knows who it is.
That's right.
That's why he's beat it. But be careful. Stay away from the officials. Randy Gatewood's watching in the stands tonight because he bumped into referee R.G. DeTillier. Apparently, he was given a heave-ho. Now, the Predators have the option of declining this penalty right now. It was 2nd down and 6. Do you decline it? Make it 3rd down and 6?
We have a procedure. 2 tight ends reporting on the offense. That penalty is refused. 3rd down.
Okay.
On the play.
All right. It was not declaring as a tight end. It was 2 players reported, and you have limited substitution rules in the Arena Football League.
Well, this is a big play here then.
So the Predators decline the penalty, and it's 3rd down and 6. The mark to make is the 13-yard line. Cedric Bonner will send Schecksteiner in motion, and he drops to throw. Looks to his right, fires, catch made. but the grab is good for a first down inside the 10 around the 8. Now, the flag throw by the back judge, generally he's watching defensive holding, so the play will stand.
Or the Jill linebacker. The Jill linebacker is out of the box. It gets complicated, but if it's out of the box, then that's also, and I think he's responsible for that. And we'll see if it's going to be either pushing or let's see here.
We have an illegal chuck, number 5 defense. That penalty's refused. Results of the play, first down.
Well, the reason you refuse that, obviously, is a first down on the catch by Honky Cooper. And the second time in a row on this series, the Arizona Rattlers have converted on third down thanks to a penalty. You see the chuck.
Yeah, I see the chuck, but I didn't. That's the only way that he could slow that guy down.
It is first down and goal from the 7. Bonner sends Shake Snyder in motion. Looks his way, still looking off the defender, fires on it. He almost picked off. Boy, Rick Hamilton had it in his hands and could not hang on to the football.
And I
don't know what Bonner was thinking because he threw it right into the hands of the Predator linebacker.
I'm going to tell you, if he catches that ball, there's nobody to stop him either. The quarterback is going to have to catch him because everybody's downfield. He just off balance there, Bonner. You know, when Bonner first came into the league, I can remember saying this. You wonder which Bonner was going to show up. He was one of those kind of guys that when he's hot, boy, he's really hot. And when he's not, he's scrambled all over the place. Right there, that's just absolutely a poor throw. Well, Hamilton makes that play. He's at the other end.
Bonner's 6'4", so you can't say he couldn't see over his lineman. It is second down and goal. He's thrown 42 touchdown passes, just 4 interceptions to this point. Here's the timing pattern toward Chuck Snyder, and he overthrew him. Chuck Snyder just ran out of real estate in the end zone, started looking for that board. Believe me, every receiver in this league starts looking when he crosses the plate of the end zone. And the pass was thrown a little bit too high and hard. And Shake Snyder may have run into the board, may be shaken up down there. Officials are going to signal for an official's timeout, bring the trainer in. Shake Snyder. Now he's up, but okay, boy, he's pounding on that dasher board. He may have hit a piece of metal back there. He is really upset about something. Calvin Shake Snyder. Look at his numbers.
They're going to charge a timeout on that, too, because he really wasn't hurt. That's a pretty good move by the official.
He's probably a little upset that Chris Meyer rammed
good shot, guys. That's a great shot there.
Well, the board gives way.
I'll tell you what he hit. He hit the stand, but still, he bounced out of there, and they just made him charge him a timeout. That could hurt you in a game. I hated to give those timeouts away that easily.
Well, 9:12 to go, third quarter. And the Arizona Rattlers have had the football since the opening kickoff of the second half. There's a timeout on the field, and we'll take one, too. It's left third quarter at the Snake Pit, America West Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. The Predators lead the Arizona Wranglers 25-13. Say, get your new No Fear Predators authentic replica game jersey at Predators home games or the Pred store in the First Union Bank building in downtown Orlando. No Fear is the official uniform supplier of the Arena Football League. Well, a timeout charge to the Arizona Rattlers after Calvin Chuck Snyder ran into the dasher boards and was a little shaken up, and I think he requested the timeout. It wasn't an injury timeout.
No.
It was charged to the Rattlers, so that means if they're in a come-from-behind situation, they got 2 left. Now they face third down and goal from the 8. And the Rattlers are 3 of 5 on third down conversion opportunities tonight. See if Bonner out of the timeout can work something magical for the defending champion. He'll send Chuck Snyder in motion. He drops. Here comes some heat. Gets the pass away. Caught short of the goal line. They did not get it in. It's at the 1-yard line. Good stop at the 1 by Mason and Barber. Damon Mason hitting first, the rookie out of Southwestern Armenia. Coach Jay Gruden said he's a collision waiting to happen. This guy makes contact, and watch him make the stick and deny the touchdown.
It's almost like a pick play, and he comes across there, catches the ball, and of course they stop his momentum from going into the end zone. Now we'll see.
Honky Cooper makes the catch, cannot get it in. Nice stick by Damon Mason. And the former Raging Cajun denies the touchdown. It's 4th down and goal, and Danny White says, hey, enough's enough.
That's right.
We scored on just 3 of 5 first half possessions. Let's score on our first here. So it's third down and goal, or 4th down and goal from the 1. The Rattlers have scored 7 rushing touchdowns this season. And let's see if they can jam one in.
What he did.
3-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Now it's going to change Danny White's thinking. He may bring the kicker in.
Here's what he did. He puts his hand down and realized he's a tight end. Then he stuck his hand up to say that I'm the tight end, and you can't lift your hand off the ground.
Tom Gibson, and boy, when he stands up, he's the tallest player on the roster.
He stick his hand up in the air. He's already put his hand down.
6'7" guard from Northern Arizona. Fourth penalty now on the Rattlers. They're going to go for 3 now. They'll bring in the kicker, Pooler. And now they're going to run the fake to the 2 to the 1. The Fritz denies the run in. That was Donnie Davis, the holder. And the fake field goal does not work as Davis is stopped short of the goal line, about 1.5 yards away. What a call by Danny White, and it almost worked. What
a big play, though. You know, you got to be alerted for that, though, on defense. And that's a good, smart move there by the defensive coaches. And they just play that play so well there. I can't pick up that defensive end who made that play, but he did such a great job. I think it was maybe
Rich McKenzie.
It might have been McKenzie.
David Mason stuck it. Well, the kid from Georgia Tech almost got it in, but he's short. And the Predators have stopped him at the 1. Over the football is O'Hara. The ball is loose, short of the goal line, and it's recovered by Arizona. What a miscue by the Predators. The center exchange to Pat O'Hara is bobbled.
Boy, oh boy. I mean, you know, you just sometimes can't get a break. That is critical.
Well, Matt Storm, the backup center, snaps it through the hands of Pat O'Hara. So you got a backup in at center spelling Webby Burnett from your own goal line, and it bites you. It bites you hard.
Well, they've had 2 miscues on the goal line. One going in and that one right there. That could be the most costly of the game because they finally could have got away from that area. Well, Bonner might use himself.
Bonner's back in here. Toss pitch comes to the backside.
Ooh, big play.
And a stuff of Pahopek. Jason Pahopek out of Boston College sweeping to the left side, and he's stuck hard for a loss back to the 3. How about that goal line defense by the Predators?
That was great. I just can't imagine the ball is 3 inches away. You don't quarterback sneak it with a big guy. Now watch here. Watch Wagner come across here. Here comes Wagner right there across the 82. He comes across, forces him to have to go wide, then the secondary has to make the play. Good job by Barry Wagner.
Well, the Orlando Predators defense, look at that, second across the board. Arizona's offense is #1 in the league in scoring. They trail 25-13. Second down and goal from the 3. Play action, Bonner. Reverse run, Hunky Cooper. He'll go in. Close to the goal line. They're going to say he was stopped short by an inch. Hunky Cooper hurdling from the 2-yard line is denied the goal line again. This goal line defense is something else by Orlando.
That is a slick play here. Watch the play start to the left, and here comes Hunky back on a naked reverse. And nobody sees him except one guy, and he makes a heck of a play, number 28. And then Lassane comes in and finishes it off.
Well, it was Mason, Damon Mason, that slowed him down, and Bruce Lassane makes maybe the best hit of his arena football career. Third down and goal. It's not easy for the defending champions. An inch away. Quarterback keeper. Penalty flag thrown, and I don't think he got in. Don't think he got in. No, it's ruled a touchdown now. Late signal by an official.
They're going to call offsides on Orlando.
Well, still a flag is down. And there's a big battle for that football. Now the officials are going to separate Predators and Rattlers. Well, if it is a touchdown, it wasn't easy.
Nope.
Both turnovers by the Predators tonight have involved the center and the quarterback.
Yep.
And both have occurred at the 1-yard line of Orlando.
Offside. Defense, number 82.
That's a big play. That's too bad. That's a big play.
Well, Bonner calls his own number. He's a big kid at 6'4", out of West Virginia. Sort of leads and slices. It's ruled a touchdown. A late call by a linesman who came in around that mass of humanity. It said he crossed the plane. Predator players saying he didn't get in, but they don't count. It is a touchdown. And Bonner and the Rattlers get on the board. Very long first possession of the third quarter. And the point after by Fuller is good. And with 5:18 to go, the clock will stop, and we got a ball game. Orlando 25, Arizona 20. Up with a brilliant goal line stand just a play before, and then the center exchange problem. As Pat O'Hara could not hang on to a snap from rookie Matt Storm, and the Orlando Predators give up 7 thanks to that turnover. Arizona has 12 snaps in the third quarter, and the Predators have just 1.
It's almost like the Predators had that advantage over the Rattlers in the first quarter. But what's scary to me, Gene, is that right now the score is 25 Predators, 20 Rattlers, and we're getting approaching that fourth quarter, of which the area that the Predators have really had a problem with. They have not been able to perform that well in the fourth quarter. So we've got 5 minutes and 18 seconds to go here, and let's see if they can get something going.
Mueller set high and short, fielded by Wagner. He'll bring it out. Wagner to the 5, to the 10. Wagner tripped up as he got to the 13-yard line or so. Well, Wagner's brought it out with some authority every time he's had an opportunity. And Robert Gordon gets up a little slowly. He was in there trying to block in front of the wedge, but he shakes it off. And the Orlando Predator offense now will finally get a chance to handle the football. They had it, but at their own 1-yard line. After we had stopped Arizona, that resulted in a fumble. Now let's see if Pat O'Hara can get on track now. It's been a while since the Preds have scored a touchdown. Orlando's last TD came on the Rick Campbell run. 2:22 left to go in the second quarter. Toss pitch to Dorsey. Back off the injured list, and he runs to the right and gets it out of bounds out across the 17-yard line. So the Orlando Predators with a lead, playing beat the clock. Let's run some clock time. But you got to score points because Danny White's Arizona Rattlers lead the league in scoring. So you don't want to get in an outscoring type score-a-thon thing with them.
Absolutely, especially in the fourth quarter. And I really see what Jay is trying to do here. He's just trying to get his team back, make first downs, and keep the ball moving north and south.
Lassane and Wagner are wide, and Gordon goes in motion. The running back is Tom Dorsey. O'Hara takes the snap and drops. As per time, throws it downfield. Intended for Gordon. He'll make the catch. Touchdown, Orlando.
That is a big play. That is a monster play.
Speed kills, and Gordon
absolutely
just beat everybody in the secondary.
That ball, there was an example that O'Hara saw he was wide open, took a little off the ball to be sure and ensure the fact the ball would be caught. That is a great play there by O'Hara and a great touch.
Well, great touch on the football. He'll lay it out there. It's a timing play. And pretty tight spiral by the kid out of Southern California, and Robert Gordon's got his second touchdown.
Yep, he knew he was there, and just make sure you get him into his hands.
The try for 2, Connell Maynard, the holder, he takes it in. So, if you want to try a Danny White, we got a player in our book too, says Jay Gruden. And the Predators score on the 2-point conversion. Connell Maynard, he can do it all. He's the backup quarterback. He's the holder on placements. Now the penalty flag thrown, and let's see if it's for some kind of celebration after the 2 points. Nope, it's going to be way off. Well, Orlando answers the touchdown by Cedric Bonner with 3:21 to go. And then the Preds go for 2, and watch Connell Maynard.
You gotta like him. He wants to play. He's a backup quarterback. He'll play anywhere. He'll play defense. He'll play receiver. He'll go anywhere the coach asks him to go. And right there, he just went right off tackle, and he found daylight and got the ball into the end zone for a monster 2-point play.
Well, Pat O'Hara directs the answering touchdown for the Predators. Comes to the sideline, and he and his head coach, Jay Gruden, a pretty good quarterback in his own right, Jay Gruden, out of the University of Louisville, and, of course, with the Tampa Bay Storm, and now the head coach of the Predators. Now, he's got a smile, but just briefly. And he looks at that scoreboard and sees the time, 3:21 remaining. The score, Preds 33, Rattlers 20. He knows there's still a lot of work ahead and a lot of football to go. Now, just took 2 plays.
Jay was one of those killer quarterbacks. He'd kill you just when you just didn't want to. And I'll tell you, that's got to transfer over to O'Hara.
Well, the Rattlers score with 5:27 left. The Preds come back with 3:21. Here's the kickoff. Chuck Snyder hits the outside turn, and he's run up against the dashboard. And go to the 15-yard line. Well, Calvin Chuck Snyder out of Washington State. A guy that's been around this league for some time now, and Chuck Snyder is certain to be in the Hall of Fame. Then his 5th year. A couple of weeks ago against San Jose, 13 catches, 216 yards. The best receiving game of the season by a player in the Arena Football League.
Well, he's been shut down a little tonight, though. He hasn't really just ripped up this league tonight.
Snyder caught 1 touchdown pass, and that was just before halftime, but the Predators came back and got a field goal as time expired. First down, Arizona. The ball is just outside the 10. The snap at Bonner, looking to his right, firing right. Catch made. Shake. Makes the catch and is smacked out of bounds short of the 20. A gain of 9.
That's one of those plays where you just get your team right back organized again. Let's just keep going north and south and make some completions here. Bonner's a 2-step drop, 1, 2, 3, bang. That ball has to go.
And it happens so fast. You've got to respect the explosiveness of a guy like Snyder. And you got a rookie covering him, and that was Kevin Gaines, and he gave him about 7 yards cushion. I'm not going to let you beat me deep, said Kevin. Don't blame the rookie for doing that. Second down and 1. In motion, Snyder. And looking his way, Bonner now looks back the other way. Flush down to the pocket. Flush goes it downfield. Wide open receiver, but threw it a little bit too wide. And that time, a lot of heat on quarterback Cedric Bonner. We told you, he hasn't been sacked since 1996. Sean Parnell could not make the catch. Boy, he's really chased out of the pocket.
I just love the way this defense is keeping the pressure on. Just keeping the pressure on.
Big Kevin Johnson. KJ, number 69, was trying to do something nobody else in this league has done since way back in May of '96. That is sacked. Go ahead, pump and pump there, big guy.
He's chasing him all over the field.
Good hustle. Outstanding hustle by the Predator nose guard. Here's the snap. Third down and 1. Toss pitch comes to the near side, and the newest Arizona Rattlers, Jason Vahopek, has gained a first down. Needed a yard and got 4.5. 33-20 to score with 1:03 to go, and still counting in the 3rd quarter. Remember, the clock does not stop. Vahopek is out of Boston College. Fullback linebacker. They've lost 4 at that same position, all on the injured reserve list. And Danny White has had to bring in players. And that's a critical position of this league, that linebacker.
And they lost 2 tonight, Fleming and Henderson, so they have to make some adjustments with their line right now.
39 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. Bonner has a fresh set of downs from just short of midfield. In motion, Parnell. And the quick out pass to Snyder. He'll probably be able to get away. Well, a sure-handed tackle in Kevin Gaines, a rookie out of Louisville. Well, they're really working over the rookie. It's like in any league. You look for the youngest guy out there, particularly in the secondary, and say, that's who we're going to work on. We're going to put our All-Arena League first-teamer, leading scorer in the league right now, a guy that's on pace to gain, 2,000-plus yards receiving, score 152 touchdowns, and they're saying, go get that wide-eyed guy out there. That guy that's got a deer in the headlight look, the rookie, But we're going to run on time here in the 3rd quarter as we rattle on about that matchup between veteran and rookie. And so far, so good. We go to the 4th, 33-20. Orlando leads the defending champion, Arizona Rattlers. A fast and furious 4th quarter on the horizon. Stay with us. Arizona Rattlers 33-20, and we move into the 4th quarter at the Snake Pit in Phoenix. 5-4 to the team is the official radio home of the Orlando Predators. Hear all the action with Mark Daniels and Tom Morgan on Saturday, June 27th at 7:30 as the Predators take on the Tampa Bay Storm in Tampa. There they are.
Yep.
The guys with the golden throats, Mark and Tom.
They're having a good time over there.
After 3 quarters of play, this number just absolutely astounds me, Coach Fran Kersey. Orlando 165 total yards, Arizona 128. Arizona is averaging 307 yards of offense a game. Cedric Bonner and the Rattlers now move to our right from the 20. Bonner's full screen play to Parnell, comes to the left side. He's got speed. Parnell hit, drop, and really clobbered. He gave 2nd and 3rd effort, and so did the Preds. Breitner got there and put a little pat on the back as well. And Sean Parnell runs, well, you've got to call it a reverse. It was almost a lateral, and he comes all the way across the field.
Look at this great job. Look, you make the play here. What's the official? Make the play. What's the official here? Getting to see the guy coming across underneath. Here's the official coming to make the tackle. He don't know what to do. He gets out of the way. but he forces that guy to have to cut back into all those Predators, which was a good play.
3rd down and 1 is the situation. From the 17, they got to get it to the 16. Bonner, play action, drops, looks, fires the pass away, caught Cooper. He's got the first down. Inside the 15 to around the 11-yard line. And Hunky Cooper, he really hasn't made a long, big play tonight, but he's come up with some key 3rd down receptions.
Yeah, the little short passes. You know, you think a speedster like that would be out front, but he catches those little short passes.
And the Rattlers are now 6 out of 9 on 3rd down conversions. He sells the play fake on the run on 3rd and short, and then dumps it off to Hunky Cooper.
You got to make the play there as old Barry Wagner. You know, he has to wait till the guy makes his move.
Now Barry Wagner having a good game out west tonight. 1st down, Arizona from the 11-yard line. Jake Snyder will go in motion. And Bonner looks that way. Timing pass up over. Touchdown, Arizona. Chris Barber leaped, but too late. Great throw, great grab. It's 6 on the board for the defending champions. 33-26 is the score.
Watch what happens. Barber here tried to block him at the line of scrimmage. Dick Snyder, I juked him. We can't see it right here. But he makes a move on Barber to get past him. It was a great play. Watch Barber right there, just missed him. See there, Barber trying to block him on the line. Lets him get in the end zone. He had no choice. It was dangerous. Watch him hit the stands here. That's the part. See that step there? It's dangerous.
Now Bonner to check Snyder for the 26th time this year. It's his 5th catch of the night. And the point after is good by Kyle Fuller. Fuller, a rookie out of Missouri, having a pretty good night. He misfired a couple of long field goals, but he has missed only 1 point after try. In the 4th quarter, it opens with a big bang. The cannon goes off when Bonner hits Chase. 12:40 left. It's 33-27. But the Rattler crowd is rocking and rolling here in the 4th quarter. It's 33-27. Orlando. Catch all the action of America's favorite pastime during Sunshine Network's presentation of Baseball Thursday. Tune in this week for interleague play as the Cleveland Indians host the St. Louis Cardinals beginning at 7 o'clock live on Sunshine Network. Baseball Thursday. Here's the kickoff. Predators, Barry Wagner dodges 1 tackler, can't get by Tom Gibson. Gibson at 6'7", cowered him and dropped it. At the 10-yard line, and Gibson, a crowd favorite out of northern Arizona.
Well, one of the points we said before the game is how you react in the 4th quarter. It's almost predictable the way this thing is turning out, and now all of a sudden in the 4th quarter, you've got to find a way to be a championship team. You've got to win this quarter.
There are the sidewinders, Hooper and Holler. They're the cheerleaders for the Arizona Rattlers. And the Orlando Predators are going to battle the crowd noise as well. Pat O'Hara, 1st down. Short drop, gets it off. It is caught by Cooper. And Brett Cooper is stuck hard after an 8 or 9 yard gain. They may spot it at the 19-yard line. That'll be a gain of nearly 9 and bring up 2nd down. Brett Cooper in his 5th year in the Arena Football League out of the University of Central Florida. And Brett, who was the game Iron Man against the New York City Hawks in Week 5. First time in his career he's been so named. Makes a nice catch. And boy, did he pay the price that time. Brett Cooper had 4 catches for 78 yards. Big breakthrough game for him against the Storm last week. Led the Predators in yards receiving. And Pat O'Hara is going to take a timeout. Yeah. 2nd down, a long yard. And I don't know if he saw something he didn't like or the play. Just his players lined up the wrong way. So the Preds will spend a timeout. O'Hara will talk to the former quarterback himself, Jay Gruden. And while there's a break in the action, we'll step aside. 33-27. Preds have the lead and the ball. For the 4th quarter. We got a good ball game going. If you're up in the Eastern time zone, it's a little after midnight, but hang on. Get something cold to drink and get ready for some football. 33-27 the score. Predators hanging on with a 6-point lead. In fact, the Predators have led the entire game. Rattlers have never led. We still have a lot of football to go. 11 and a half. Out of the timeout, handoff to Wagner. Football loose, recovered by Arizona. Wow! 3 turnovers in the game. And Wagner
58 there, comes up with the ball. Wow, big monster play. Well, in the fourth quarter, this is getting to be a psycho thing with these guys. They're starting to get in their minds. The fourth quarter has been bewildering to the Predators.
33-27. And the Rattlers take over in great field position. Now a flag has been thrown. They'll take over on the 20-yard line. And let's see, as the Predators are clapping their hands, I think this flag
could have snapped. We have a procedure. 2 tight ends reporting, coming to the line of scrimmage. 3-yard penalty. Still first down.
3 yards. Not going to hurt you that much. Boy, you can hear the crowd really into this football game. They started booing before. Referee R.G. Detillier said it was an illegal procedure infraction. Well, it's just a 3-yard penalty, so it's first down at 13. Rattlers moving right. There was movement again to the offensive line.
They're in reverse.
And I think this one's going to go on the Rattlers as well. Danny White looks on. Cannot be very happy. His team now trying to take advantage. And what you want to do when an opponent fumbles in deep in his territory is you want to score immediately on the next play. Instead, back-to-back penalties now. They've slowed down the Rattler offense.
Yeah, that's their 6th penalty. Minus 22.
Long discussion by the officials. If it's procedure, it's procedure. I mean, it should be an automatic play.
False start. 71 offense. 3 yards. Still first down.
Again, Tom Gibson is the tallest guy on the field. He's 6'7", 270, one of the biggest. And he is having some problems. One time they get flagged for 2 players saying they're the tight end. Gibson was involved in that one, and then the very next play, he's flagged again. The Orlando Predator defense, they have had some outstanding goal line defenses. The lead is 6. Wranglers have never led. It is first down and 16 now from the Wrangler side of midfield. Here's the snap. Here comes pressure. Bonner gets the pass away. It is caught. And down the left sideline, inside the 15-yard line, goes Hunky Cooper. It looked like Cooper had his foot right on it. Well, the Rattlers get a big play on first down and 16. Hunky Cooper makes the catch. And that overcomes the back-to-back penalties on the offense.
All of a sudden, that changes the whole thing, doesn't it?
Well, it's first down inside the 12-yard, or inside the 13. Cedric Bonner trying to throw a strike and give the Rattlers the lead. Here's the snap. Bonner feels the heat, throws. Wide open receiver. Hunky Cooper made a big catch to get the first down and looked like he was wide open and could not hang on. Cedric Bonner clapping his hands. Bonner had a miserable first half, just 7 of 17, but he's heated up here in the second half. Hunky Cooper.
Oh, that's wide open. He just drops the ball. Lack of concentration there. That's Duncan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Herb Duncan. Cooper's 14. Herb Duncan is 81.
Sorry, Hunky.
Yeah, Speedy Duncan's son. And Cedric Bonner trying to get his team the lead for the first time. Third down. Movement across the line. Man. Flags free down. Bonner throws the pass too high.
Offside Orlando. Wow, big time play. That might give them a first down.
Yeah, it was third down and 3.
See, those are the things that kill you, Gene. When you're just, you know, it's either you're tired or a mental thing or something. How can you do that? I mean, that's a big play. It's fourth down. It puts the pressure on the Rattlers. Now they're going to get to even Jay shaking his head. He can't figure it out.
Well, the
offside, 90 defense, 3-yard penalty.
McKenzie.
The Predator penalties seem to just come at the most inopportune times. McKenzie, number 90 now, is going to jump in the neutral zone.
It serves no purpose.
And that will give the Arizona Rattlers a first down. It is first down and goal inside the 10. They got about 9.5 yards to go. And the league's leading offense is trying to get their first lead, trailing by 6, 33-27. Last year's game came down to a failed point after with no time left. And Arizona came back with a win. They won 5 in a row. Bonner drops under heat, gets the pass away, dumps it off to his tight end, Gibson. Gibson to the 2-yard line. Tom Gibson has been raising his hand on this series, saying, I'm the tight end.
I tell you, you notice how he really held on to that ball at the end, though. He says, I'm not used to holding this still. And watch how he grabs that thing at the very end when he goes down. He's not going to fumble. He turns upfield and watch him just put the ball away.
That's Tom Gibson's first catch as an Arizona Rattler. His 4th year out of North Arizona, first catch of the season. And the Rattlers knock on the door. It is 2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line. We're in the 4th quarter, 7:41 to go. And Cedric Bonner kicks his leg. He'll send Chuck Snyder in motion. He'll hand the ball off. And this is Samuel. He is in for the touchdown. The big kid out of Kentucky. Former Nashville Cat and Arizona Cardinal. He's got his 2nd touchdown of the season. Just a 2-yard run. Last week he had one of those against Portland.
It's just a pitch. And then you find a crack somewhere in the line and you just go north and south and just pound it in there.
Center Darren Kinney took care of the linebacker. And Cedric Bonner says, we've got it tied. Great run. Now the point after. Critical. And Pooler gives Arizona his first lead. The Rattlers lead 34-33 with 6:47 to go. 2-yard run by Terry Samuels. And the Arizona Rattler fans are up and making noise. And Danny White's got to feel a little bit better. He started very, very slowly. And the Rattlers lead by a point.
Well, this could be, for the Predators, this series, they're going to get the ball with 6 minutes and 47 seconds. That's not important. The important thing is, in this series, they need to do something to get their momentum back. This could be the really telling tale of this team for the season if they don't get this thing back in line again. And, you know, the Rattlers are a championship team with pride, and I know Orlando's got pride. But you've got to make it happen now.
Well, the
big-time mistakes. If you could say one thing about this game for the Predators, it's been too many mistakes.
Well, 2 touchdowns unanswered in the 4th quarter. Off the net, Snyder bobbles it, picks it up. It is ruled a touchback, apparently. Apparently the foot on the inline, and that's a touchback, and the Predators got a long way to go, trailing by a point. 6:46 to go. Still a lot of time in the 4th quarter remaining. And I think what Jay Gruden's telling Pat O'Hara right now as they get together before this series is, hey, we got plenty of time. Let's stick with our game plan. We want to use some clock time now. You just saw how quickly Arizona can score. And those points, the touchdown just scored on Terry Samuels' run, a result of Barry Wagner's fumble a little earlier here in the 4th quarter. Predators have the football at the 5. Pat O'Hara looking. Sideline route, Brett Cooper. And again, they come back with the same, again, the short pass. Don't try to get anything long, get it picked off, just move it. And so Jay Gruden and Pat O'Hara on the same page in the playbook.
They're going to play this thing right on the time, right down to the nickel. And they're trying to, both coaches now, it's a little bit of cat and mouse here. But they know that there's a real critical base here at the time. But in addition to all that, the Predators got to score in this drive.
Well, the 17-yard line now. First down for the Preds. Hand off inside. Hamilton stiff arming, keeping his balance, and the former linebacker at UCF just leaning ahead, and he's got a pretty good gain. He's got a gain of about 7.5 up against the near side dasher boards. Tough angle from where we are, and I think he got about 8. Rick Hamilton just keeping his balance and stiff arming the play.
Great angle here from overhead. You can see the blocking scheme right there occurs. Right up the middle goes the runner on a draw play. And he keeps his balance, makes a big play.
Well, they're going to say he was out after a 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd down and 5. The ball is spotted at the 22. snap. O'Hara, pump fake. Throws the pass downfield intended for Robert Gordon, and he throws it away. Overthrown, and Pat O'Hara was knocked flat on his fanny. The pump fake got the secondary to bite for a second, but the receiver could not get free. Now, there's a flag thrown on the other side of the field, and Predator players are saying it's going to be on the guys in black with gold helmets.
Yeah, they held on.
They fought on the pump fake.
Yep.
Scrimmage, automatic first down.
Tim Watson, a rookie out of Howard, was the kid that bit. And he bit on the other side of the field. Now, Gordon was running on the near side. And that penalty will award the Predators an automatic first down and move the chains. A fresh set it down now, and the clock continues to tick in the Arena Football League. 4:53 to go. In counting in the fourth quarter.
And each team has used a timeout, which in the end is absolutely vital in that last minute.
Rattlers lead by 1. Predators on the prowl from the Rattler 20. The snap, toss pitch will keep it on the ground, and Hamilton's up in. Wow. That's like a bobber on the pond going down. Wow. It looked like he had some running room, and boom, he was down. Big tackle. Hamilton's a big kid to bring down.
I thought he got hit like a duck on a June bug. Anyway.
Rick Hamilton, a productive night. Watch him run it again, and watch this hit coming up. It's a collision.
Remember, the first thing they tried to do was to get him offside with that trick snap. Motion and stop the guy. It didn't work, and then they had to go through with the play.
Tim Watson got a piece of a ball carrier, number 33. Second down and 9. O'Hara. Quick hard slant to Wagner. Wagner 10. Touchdown Orlando. Now Barry Wagner gives Orlando the lead. And we still got 3:43 to go.
See, that is but more importantly, you talk about patience. They used about 4 minutes on that clock. Watch this play here by Barry Wagner. Slant right on your left side there. Watch it come in there. He slants in there. Bingo. The ball is caught, and the defensive back is not going to just put an arm out here and tackle him.
Barry Wagner takes it in. He's a big kid to bring down. No chance. Strong legs in full gear. And Barry Wagner has his second touchdown grab of the game.
They're going for 2.
Going for 2 points. Orlando leading 39-34. O'Hara at quarter. In motion, Cooper. O'Hara. Stop. Look back to the left. Throws. Too high. Incomplete. Flag throw. Penalty flag throw. Could it be an illegal check? If it is, we replay the point after. Crowd gets very quiet. Everybody's standing, so Fred, you and I stand to see if we can sort what is going on. It looked like O'Hara wanted to throw to his right. Wagner was, or Gordon somewhere over in that area, and he didn't see anything there open. Remember, from the 2-yard line, you don't have a lot of room to work with. That end zone's only 8 yards deep.
Gene, a play down here. I never see our gut move by Jay.
1 play on time for the PAT.
Here's the play right here. There's going to be a holding in the end zone on the play. You can see it right there. The pass over here, throwing. There's a grab right there. See the grab on the top of your screen. You know what's a gut play here? If you run a draw play, I'll bet you can. I'm not sure what they're going to do.
From a yard and a half out. Half the distance to the goal. Point after attempt, going for 2. O'Hara, short, quick drop, throw, incomplete pass. Trying to get it to Wagner, and Tim Watson is up to the task that time. The rookie knocks it away. From the best ever in the Arena Football League, Wagner could not make the catch.
But Orlando has the lead. They did what they had to do. They came down the field. I like the way Jay used the clock. There's 3 minutes to go here. Now they have to find a way to shut down this team.
Well, Pat O'Hara has thrown 4 touchdown passes. Wagner's caught a pair, and Robert Gordon's caught a pair. And we have 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And Orlando has retaken the lead. It's 39-34. Predators have scored on 2 of their 4 fourth-quarter possessions. The Rattlers have scored on 3 consecutive possessions. This series dates back to the initial year the Rattlers were in business. Predators' second year. Predators got off to a big start in the series, winning the first 4, including scoring a franchise record 71 points in the first meeting. But since then, Danny White's had the Predators' number.
I remember when Orlando was heavily favored to win the Arena Bowl game in Orlando. And boy, if they didn't find a way to win that went twice, and they've got a packed house here, and these people are believers.
Well, the Orlando Predators lead by 5, 39-34. And we still have 20 minutes left. They stopped the clock after the penalty on that first two-point run. Here's the kick by Cooper. It is fielded by Cooper, a yard short of the in line, and Cooper's going to be drilled at the 1-yard line.
Wow.
What an outstanding stick. Great play by the special teams of Kevin Gaines. A rookie out of Louisville makes an outstanding special teams. Not only stop, but watch the lick as we look at it again.
And, you know, in a way, I mean, to get this guy on the 1-yard line, Barry makes him turn. Kevin makes the play right there on the 1-yard line. Boy, this has got to be stopped right here. You must stop him.
Well, the last scoring drive by the Orlando Predators used 3 minutes and a second. 45-yard drive helped by a couple of penalties. And Cedric Bonner now will send Duncan in motion. Oh, it's incomplete. Herb Duncan may have short arm that one. Cleared footsteps. Call it what you will. But the 4-year veteran out of Northern Arizona should have made that catch around the 6.
And Gene, you'll see here the drop ball, but more importantly, they're taking a lot of time to get this play off. With 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go, they better get out of that huddle because their clock is still running until they get to the last minute.
Well, last year at Orlando, it came down to a touchdown catch by Victor Hall off the nets with no time remaining. Rattlers still won when we missed the extra point. 2nd down and 10. Pressure. Bonner gets the quick slant to the sideline. Boy, he didn't take any time at all. One step and he fired to his left. Tough pass for a left-hander, too, throwing that way.
But here's the weakness. You see right there on your screen, he has to talk to the coach while the clock is running. They're over there wasting time getting in and out of the huddle. We got to wait a minute. Yes, they're on 33. They're really using some valuable time. They only have 2 timeouts left. This is going to have to be down to the 1-minute drill. This is going to be probably the last chance they get to score in this drive. They may not get the ball back.
3rd down, a long 2. Chuck Snyder in motion. The toss sweep comes to the near side, and Hopeck is going to be close to the 1st down. 2nd and 3rd effort may have gotten it 4th. Depends on whether he was ruled out of bounds before he got to the down marker. Kevin Gaines comes in along with Barry Wagner.
Right.
And it depends on the spot of the ball now. The officials will stop clock for the 1-minute warning. And right now we're trying to find out if the Rattlers have a 1st down or not. This is very crucial measurement.
You're darn right. I don't think it is. More importantly, Mason, Gaines right there came. Watch Gaines come up, number 7. Comes up there and forces him right there. He makes the play, and then all of a sudden he's cleaned up by Wagner. But I'll tell you, this Gaines kid comes in and forces him not to be able to get a clean shot at the down. I don't think he made it, but we'll see.
Gaines 6'1", 190. And the ball carrier for Hopeck is 6'2", 240. And he did not get the 1st down. We have reached the 1-minute warning. Predators lead by 5. It is 39-34.
Well, they've got to make this 1st down.
Short by about 2 inches.
But after they make the 1st down, the clock will continue to run if they use their running game. And then they've got to find to go real quickly and get back into it. The Predators really they're in a strong position right now. If they can, even if these guys make a 1st down, they're still in a strong position.
Well, R.G. Detillier indicates to both benches 1-minute rules are in effect. From 1 minute on, the clock stops on incomplete passes, on penalties, on injuries, and after scores. 1 minute to go, and it's 4th down and 2 inches. Bonner's a 6'4" kid. Let's see if he leans over a center. Here's the snap. He'll hand it off.
No.
Okay. He stopped. I don't think he got the 1st down.
Nope.
But a run by the fullback is going to come up short, I believe. And R.G. Detillier. Jay Gruden's dancing on the sideline. He was right close to the line of scrimmage, and he thinks he's got a defensive stop. And R.J. Detillier is going to stop the clock. And it's going to revolve around how the officials spot the football.
Well, I know the
Rattlers hoping they got it. Jay Gruden thinks they didn't.
And I think Danny White knows they didn't. He looked over there and he shook his head. He knows they didn't make it.
Well, again, they're going to run.
Again, they run that thing off tackle. I don't even think at this point he even had a chance. Now, where the spot is, I think according to that run right there, he don't have a chance.
Well, the Predator player saying the Rattlers did not get it. There's the stretch of the chain. It is a stop. by the Predators. He did not get it. Kevin Johnson, just activated this week, comes up with another big play. The big old defensive lineman, Kevin Johnson. Where's number 69? And Danny White knows with 56 seconds left, he's still not out of this ball game, but because he's got 2 timeouts, but he's running out of options.
Well, let me bring you up to date on some things here. Very critical things you must know in arena football. You must, on the snap, make at least forward progress for the clock to keep going. So Orlando must make at least an inch and to keep this clock going to make them use their timeout. If you make them use both their timeouts left, then you can get this thing down where there's not much time and then run it one more time, and you get that thing all the way down where there's a few seconds to go in this game.
The second stop by the Predator defense in the second half. And Pat O'Hara now will drop the throw. Looking, throwing, it is incomplete.
I'm surprised.
Robert Gordon was the intended receiver, and he hits hard into the boards on the right side of the field. And the clock will stop with 51. Reds take over with 54, only 3 seconds elapsed.
I'm surprised. He knows what you're going to. One man out there trying to trick play. But right now, what you're more concerned in with the touchdown is the clock. Now, they can use both their timeouts and force you to have to do something on 4th down. You should have had this whole thing by running the ball down to about 10 seconds to go.
The lead is 5. You'd love a touchdown. From the 10-yard line, play action, O'Hara dropping, throwing, and he just got rid of it. Threw it away. 46 seconds. Only 8 seconds now have elapsed, and the Rattlers have not had to use a timeout.
Wow. It's one of those things.
Well, O'Hara comes over to talk to head coach Jay Gruden. The clock stops on the incomplete pass. Now, going back to the point, a 5-point lead, you'd love a touchdown.
Yeah.
You'll settle for a field goal to lead by 8, but hey, that's a touchdown on a 2-point conversion.
You make them use their timeout.
The field goal, yeah.
Yeah, you make them use their timeout. Then they have to beat you on 2 plays. All they have the ball is 2 plays.
3rd down and 10 from the 10. The snap. O'Hara looking, throwing, batted away. Incomplete. Intended for Wang. Great job by Doggett, the safety. It's 4th down. Decision. You got to go for the field goal. You need points with 42 seconds. Doggett with an excellent play. Great work by our crew. It came right into the camera, and you saw the left hand of Cecil Doggett knock it away from Barry Wagner. And Doggett out of West Virginia makes a doggone good play, doesn't he? Well, the Predators are going to try to salvage 3 after the great goal line stop. 42 seconds on that defensive stop by the Predator defense. Field goal, the spot at the 19, the kick airborne, good. The Predators lead by 8.
Yeah, but these guys got their 2 timeouts left. That's good. They still have to score.
27-yard field goal. How about the rookie? Place kicker for the Orlando Predators, David Kuhl, out of Georgia Southern.
He's cool,
he is
man.
3 for 3 on field goals tonight. A 40-yarder, a 35-yarder. That 27-yarder gives Orlando an 8-point lead with 38 seconds to go. So 42-34. Orlando leads the defending Arena Bowl champion Arizona Rattlers, but hey, a lot can happen in 38 seconds.
You bet.
Well, for example, the only blowout score-wise in this series, the 5-game winning streak by Arizona, occurred here in this arena when the Predators trailed by 1 point with 58 seconds left, and the final margin was 16. Or 17. They scored 16 points in the closing 58 seconds, so it can be done. What you're hoping for if you're a Predator fan is that they can't replicate that tonight here on the Snake Pit.
But they should have made them use their timeout. That's history. We got to now play. You got to play about.
Still got 2 left.
You sure do. You got more than 2. With 38 seconds to go and 2 timeouts, you can get about 6 plays off.
42-34. Kuhl's kick off the net. Hunky Cooper with the ball, trying to go coast to coast, and he dropped as he got out to the 7-yard line. Well, from the 7 with 36 seconds left, that's the assignment for Cedric Bonner. They need 8 points to tie and take this into an extended period. The Rattlers have scored on 3 of their 5 second-half possessions. The Predators have scored on 3 of 5. A couple of fumbles, though, have really cost us. 36 seconds to go. Bonner. See if he stretches out the defense. Check Schneider. Now Herb Duncan will go in motion and yo-yo around. Bonner dropping, looking, firing over the middle. Caught by Check Schneider. He breaks the tackle. Now he's dropped short of midfield around the 22-yard line. Check Schneider gets a first down, and Bonner's in his hurry-up offense says he's going to spike it. Let's see if he does. The clock stops when you get the first down in arena football, so he really doesn't have to hurry this play.
No.
Now they started back. After everybody's set, now Bonner wants Check Schneider to go in motion. He just spikes the football. Well, he said he was going to do it, so he continued along with what he had in mind.
Well, he couldn't get his gang together there. He says,
now let's go ahead. We don't need to delay penalties, what he said. 22 seconds. He was more aware of that time ticking away than anything else right now. He wasn't so much concerned about a delay penalty, but those seconds are precious. Only 22 left. He's still got 2 timeouts in the bank. Rattlers, the defending champions, trail by 8 with 22 seconds left. Well, Pat O'Hara has thrown 4 touchdown passes. Cedric Bonner has thrown 3. Here's the snap. 1 second down. Bonner goes open is Schneider, but it's a little bit too tall for him to reach. 18 seconds are left. Rattler fans were leaping up in the air thinking Shakes was going to make the play. And the pass just ricocheted off his fingertips. And a very busy, I mean a real busy Orlando Predators. That man right there, number 5, Chris Barber. 34-year-old Chris out of North Carolina. You and Chris known each other for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
You guys talked before the ball game.
Yeah, I met him in Cincinnati. He played for me up there. Then I called Terry Moss about him and said if you get a chance to get him, he's a player. He's no question. He played in the NFL. He's got 4 years in. He qualified for retirement. Everything about him is good.
18 seconds left. Here's the play. Bonner gets the pass away. It's caught by Hunky Cooper. Cooper's hit and dropped by Wagner. The 15-yard line. They'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go, but the ball is inside the 15. And again, with the official stopping the clock with 12 seconds to go, the Rattlers still have 2 timeouts. 42-34 the score. And the Orlando Predators trying to pull off an upset at the Snake Pit.
That's how wide open they are. They're like they're in a zone defense almost, giving a lot of room underneath, and he catches the ball. Hunky Cooper, and of course, boy, Wagner, he faces him up, doesn't he?
Wagner just locks up on him. That's a picture-perfect tackle technique. Watch him square up and just drive that head right into the belt buckle. There he is. Boom.
Well, it's a 1 timeout left here for...
Yeah, they stopped the clock because of the rule. They had to move the change, and then they'll start it. But Danny White said, hey, I got 2. Let's go ahead and talk this play over. We need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie.
Or get out of bounds. Make a short pass out of bounds so you don't lose much time. They can get on it. With 12 seconds to go, they can get probably a good 4 plays off, 3 or 4 plays if they choose intelligently.
Well, David Kuhl with 3 field goals has had quite an impact on tonight's ball game. His field goal with 38 seconds gave the Predators their present lead of 42-34. 12 seconds remain, and out of the Rattler timeout, it is first down from the 14-yard line. Here's the snap. Bonner looking, going underneath. It is caught by Herb Duncan. Touchdown. At the end, they're going to stay short of the goal line with 6 seconds to go. Herb Duncan makes the catch. Rattlers fans thought he was in. And he is ruled down just short of the goal line. 6 seconds remain. 42-34. A touchdown and 2-point conversion ties this thing.
All clock management. All clock management. Never should be this. They should never have this many plays.
Well, here is the throw and catch.
Yep.
Herb Duncan on the run. Could not get it in. He's denied by Chris Barber and Damon Mason. And it is first and goal from less than a yard away with 6 seconds remaining. And the Rattlers have spent their final timeout. Well, you can't draw interest on them tomorrow. You better use them today. Now, the Predators lead by 8. 42-34. 6 seconds left. If the Rattlers score, they go for 2. That's a given. Danny White talks things over with Cedric Bonner out of Cal State Northridge. And they're probably not only discussing this play, but the two-point conversion as well, wouldn't you think?
Absolutely. They got one timeout. Well, they have no timeouts.
They just spent their last.
Well, they have to. You're right. They can't. They better do it all.
Because, you know, if you score the touchdown, it's going to be loud and noisy. Fans will be celebrating. It'll be hard to hear on that sideline down there. Big play for Bonner and the Rattlers, trying to come from behind, tie it, and send it into overtime. They need a touchdown and 2. Bonner, play action, allows the pass toward the end zone. On, Snyder. 2 seconds remain. And they are 2 points away from tying. It's 42-40. 42-40.
What a play. Bonner fakes a pitch and just drags Snyder all the way across. What a player. He might break all the records in the league if he keeps going at the rate he's going.
Well, Snyder now, Bonner has thrown 4 touchdown passes. And Snyder has caught his third of the game.
Yep.
And now the 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. 42-40 with 2 seconds left. 42-40 Bonner lines him up. Terry Samuels, the running back. Here's the snap, play action. Looks to his left, looking, still throws the ball, knocked away. Predators.
Flag down.
2 seconds. Flag thrown.
Flag down. They're going to call holding on Snyder coming across. I'll tell you, you ain't going to win in here. I'll tell you that. You ain't going to be able to beat them. What a play, a defensive play, and they're going to call holding coming across.
It's defensive holding on Orlando.
Yep. Not going to beat him in here.
And half the distance will be marched off. And we are at 42-40 for the moment with 2 seconds left to go. Somebody threw a glass of something that just got us to the right.
Jay is up there.
Everybody is standing. Jay Gruden is all the way down to the goal line, beeping that call.
You'll see he blocks the Snyder coming across right here. There it is, right in front of you. It's just a block. A little bit of a hold, I guess. Both guys are holding.
Chris Barber, apparently the guilty party, and the Arizona Rattlers have new life. Great play by Wagner, knocked it down, not enough. One more try for Cedric Bonner. Here's the snap, handoff up the middle. They do not get it. They do not get it. The run by Samuel does not get it in, and Connell Spain comes out of that pile up dancing. Well, that was Pahopek. 46 and not 48, and the Orlando Predators just need to kill 2 seconds on the kick return and hang on to the football, and Jay Gruden may have the signature victory of his young career as a head coach.
Well, I'll tell you, I take my hat off to the offensive and defensive line. In fact, we should make the most valuable player the whole defensive line, whole defensive team for that stand, because they deserve the credit. I take my hat off to Jay Gruden. What a big play, and I'm surprised at this little call here, but again, you got to have confidence in your line, and that defense came across there, buddy, and they stuffed him.
Yeah, Connell Spain, number 99. He says we stopped him. Jay Gruden looks on from the sideline.
All right,
pretty
Coach.
good hip wiggle by the head coach. And he's saluting his Orlando Predator defense. We played well on the goal line all night tonight.
We sure have. And I'll tell you, I'm so happy for Jay and so happy for this Orlando team. They've been playing so good all year and just had some bad breaks. The fourth quarter has killed them. They were able to come out.
Well, the Orlando Predator defense, I'll tell you, it's time for the Discount Auto Parts Player of the Game. And Coach Fran Kersey, we've got to award it to the entire defense. Remember when we beat Iowa back earlier this season, and the entire defense was awarded the MVP? We're going to do it again for the second time this year.
Look, they held the best team in the league down.
Now, it's not over yet. You still got the kickoff. Fans are heading toward the exits. Predators have been celebrating, but you got to return this thing. He puts it high enough to put it off the net, and it goes through the net for the touchback. And if you're looking for a break, that's it, because now all the quarterback, Pat O'Hara's got to do is catch the center snap, hang on to it, lean forward, and go forward, try to get positive yards. Correct. You can't take a knee, but just quarterback keep the thing. But hey, Predators have fumbled 2 center exchanges tonight down in this same distance. And there are 2 seconds to go. Crazier things have happened in the Arena Football League.
Well, they've got to make positive yardage here. They have fumbled the ball back here, you know.
Same situation twice tonight in the center exchanges between center.
I'll tell you the other thing you can do, which I have done. Take the snap of the ball and throw it. The entire length of the field, the game is over.
Throw it as far as you can.
Throw as far as you can. Just take the ball and throw it downfield. Don't run it. Don't do nothing. Just throw the ball. Just make it a long throw. Just take the ball and throw it.
And let's see how the Predators wear out the final 2 seconds. Pat O'Hara will take the snap, spins forward, positive yards. That's the ball game. Orlando beats Arizona 42-40. The Predators come out west in the Valley of the Sun, and the series is now even at 5-5. And the Predators stop a 5-game losing streak to the defending champions. 42-40. We'll be right back. Offense and more offenses. 2 of the most productive quarterbacks in the Arena Football League the last couple of years find out that it's more than just scoring points. The defense has something to say about it, and it was the defense tonight that proved to be the Orlando Predators' best weapon. We shut down Arizona in the first quarter. They were scoreless, held to 0 yards, and that seemed to set the stage for this brilliant upset win over Orlando tonight by Orlando over Arizona play.
But Orlando was brilliant all night on the defense area. They had played very well the entire game. They had to come in here, you can imagine now, they had to come in here in a hostile crowd against the best team in the league last year, #1, and win, because they had to get themselves back in the play, and they did. Well, they did what they had to do.
Cedric Bonner on the losing end for only the 2nd time this year. Final score 42-40. Orlando upsets the Arizona Rattlers. Don't go away. We've got some more to tell you in just a moment. Orlando Predators Arena Football is brought to you in part by the new Dodge, by First Union National Bank, by Health South, and by Dr. Winters Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Come west in the Valley of the Sun and the Snake Pit. They prevail by 2, 42-40 final score. Cool Hand Luke, and that's David Cool, rookie kicker, kicks all 3 field goals, including what proves to be the game winner, a 27-yarder with 38 seconds left. Final score, Orlando 42, Arizona 40, a dandy in the America West Arena. Next week, it's Orlando and Tampa Bay renewing that I-4 war at the Ice Palace. Brad, looking forward to it.
Oh, I am too. That's going to be fun.
That's next Friday night, 7:30, right here on Sunshine Network. For the head coach, Brad Kersey, this is Gene Deckeroff saying thanks for joining us in the wee hours of the morning. The news is good for the Orlando Predators. So long, everybody.